How's it going, Radical viewers? Grim Gaddy right back into it in the Grim Rolls Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition session, and this very interesting Greek-inspired module, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords. I know I say Odyssey of Theros, like, throughout these titles, but, yeah, it's kind of not that, and I'm honestly just too lazy at this point to even try changing it. But, without further ado, let's go rejoin the Discord and all the madness therein.
Was that my two other workers, one quit and one got COVID, so he was out for like 2.5 weeks. So I was by myself.
Jesus.
For a 4-person account. It was quote unquote light. Yeah. So starting December now, we have one new person that's been hired on to help as a temp. We'll see how well that goes, if they keep coming back. This was their first day today, but usually people don't come back, so we'll see.
I can't imagine why.
And the other guy is no longer sick, so I at least have him back, technically. So, yeah. I am here, and that's part of the reason I'm late, is because I went in at 7 today, because there was work to be done. And there was still work when it was time for me to leave, so I had to stay a little bit extra to get it done.
I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah, I know some of us here roll 12s, and I apologize for that. I will still complain about my 10s when they happen, but 12s are awful too.
My 12 suck. I drive my legs when I come home in the morning.
It's never the time I'm working, it's just what I'm doing with that time and who's fucking it up for me that pisses me off.
Yep.
Pretty much.
But I'm also a cynical douchebag, so that's my excuse.
But Grim, you're the most optimistic, light-hearted individual here.
The fact he was able to say that with a straight face astounds me.
It wasn't a straight face, it was just a straight voice.
I know.
Maybe that'll be running like a Cheshire cat on the other end.
Sorry, blowing off the computer.
Meow. And Larar.
Oh.
Never mind. I didn't say it.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right. If I really want to trigger more, I just gotta do this.
Don't you fucking dare.
Ara.
God! Chad! No! Stop it! Get some help.
Or no one can afford the help I need. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk could combine their fortunes, and I still can't afford my treatment.
We dropped that. We're not bringing that back. We're not bringing that back, Hyloch.
We're not bringing that back? Okay.
We're not bringing that back. Especially since I shaved now, so not really anymore.
Good grief.
Oh, that's my dad. Hold on.
You know, it just occurred to me, I have a long history of dating women that were Tsunade, or however the hell that is. The crazy ones, basically, of anime.
Yes.
So it occurs to me, it's like, wow, I find myself constantly, like, pulled to these kinds of women, and suddenly a lot of my problems make a lot of sense.
Magnet for crazy people.
I mean, look on the bright side, you haven't been with a crazy guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that. All I can say is I've had my fair share.
Yeah, we won't get into that part of my history. That's a bit much for YouTube.
You're not on YouTube right now, though.
No, I'm recording this for YouTube.
You can just bleep it out, don't worry.
Yes, just go in and edit everything, Grim. Make this child-friendly.
Okay, I can forgive Hyloch for his innocence in that. More, you've heard me, bitch. Fuck you. Yeah, edit 4 hours of content in a 280-some megabit video that'll explode into several gigs because I edited it. Yeah, that's not a great idea.
Look, I'm just saying, I believe it.
And I've done it before, and thank God I'm not in Seal of the Ancient anymore.
Yay!
I actually had to edit out some of the chat while it was moving.
Oh, jeez.
Good.
Jeez.
Wait.
I put a
Hyloch.
smiley face over that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had a thought. If Palace dies, like, no one knows what happened to the Cobalt Revenant, right? What if he somehow managed to find his way into Theros? And I just play a Cobalt Gunslinger with the Revenant thing.
I'm willing to talk.
I mean, Hyloch, earlier, you would have heard our weird ultimate plan if 3 of us were to die.
Yep.
Oh yeah? What's this?
2 characters that know each other and 1 that doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, if Gilliman ends up pissing everybody off to the point where he dies, then my backup character is going to be a spin-off of Minori Pensuriel, whose warlock patron will probably be the Kraken that took down one of the statues.
Oh, that took its waifu.
Right. But that's only if. That's only if. I don't plan on killing Gilliman or anything like that. Just figure that, sometimes, hey, shit happens.
It's good to have a backup plan.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Grim. If I were to play an artificer that happened to be a lizard folk, could I have a chainsaw at the end of a shotgun?
Sorry, that was me bashing my head against the desk.
Yay! That was the reaction I was looking for.
No.
Yeah, long story short, I played a Star Wars game. Someone convinced the DM it was a good idea to make a chainsaw lightsaber bayonet.
Bullshit! No, I like the idea. I wasn't expecting anyone to roll the 30 I got out of that.
He gave me a lightsaber chainsaw.
Hello, friend. Jesus.
I do not sound like that.
Oh, jeez.
So what I said, but with that.
Hello, friend.
Oh, Jesus, that species. Right.
The worst part is, he was the sane one.
Not at the end.
No, you were still more sane.
Dear God.
Remember
what
who
about the clone trooper? The clone commando is definitely more sane.
Oh yeah, sure he is. Whose lightsaber is he holding again?
Fair point.
Revis was able to fucking learn how to use lightsabers from Dooku. I see no reason why he can't eventually gain proficiency in lightsabers as someone's training him how to use one. And he's the most beautiful of vessels for Tulak Horde to return.
Clone that has accelerated aging.
With tactical and battle experience wielding his lightsaber. There's, like, I had so much planned for that fucking lightsaber if Fluke kept hanging on to it. But again, I had nothing written beyond core, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since we... Sorry.
I was gonna say, running for Star Wars is kind of difficult, I guess.
Yeah. So heads up for everybody, if I suddenly drop out of the call, it's because my connection has gone fucky again, and I will reconnect shortly, but...
The same on my end.
Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah.
No worries.
I'd give a disclaimer, but you already know my situation.
Yeah, your internet
Sure.
blows. That's okay, mine's not much better.
Why don't you guys just get SpaceNet like me?
SpaceX?
That's Father Parental Unit was calling.
Well, the reason for me is because, number one, it's ludicrously expensive. I already have a satellite thing I'm burning through the time I have left on it. Because I have this weird... It's not leasing, it's something else. It's like a weird pseudo-subscription thing for like a year. That, and there's a waiting list for my area on SpaceX.
Oh, wow.
I hear nothing but good things from people out here that do have SpaceX. Like, stupidly good things that surprise me for satellite internet. But, I mean, our Lord and Savior Elon Musk is still launching out satellites, so fuck. So we'll have that option in the future.
I'm sorry, but I'm still contractually obligated under Lord Bezos to refute your claims of showing deference to Elon Musk.
At some point, we're doing that one shot. We were joking about this way too much not to make a one shot.
God. That would be hilarious.
Anyway, oh, shit. I forgot. Hyloch, did anyone tell you about, Gwen's situation?
Yeah, I was given
Yeah, I informed
Okay.
him.
a brief,
Right.
yeah.
Man, that's sad.
Yeah, it really is. And, it
Wait,
is-
I am not privy to information. Is everything like? Is she physically
It-
okay?
the problem is because I'm best to give the information. Living situation number one, okay. Of course, 2-bedroom apartment, not a lot of places to go. So they're confined to the room with the computer, and apparently she got too loud last Monday, woke Mark up because he goes to bed stupid early because he drives Uber early in the morning. And he, instead of handling it differently, which, yeah, I agree, screamed, "Shut up," which I'm surprised I didn't hear all the way out here. And now she's recessed on herself and will not do any more D&D.
Yep.
And she's obviously stuck to her guns on it this time, because sometimes she'll eventually calm down and go back to the way it was, and other times she just sticks to the guns.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she just like adamant until situation changes. It's going to be as is.
Well, I mean, at least nobody's in the hospital.
No, it'll never get that.
Yeah.
Beyond that.
Whenever anything bad happens, I always equate it to like, is anybody in the hospital? No? Okay, well, could be worse.
Bro, if I'm going to the freaking hospital for anything, I better be on death's fucking door.
Yeah, that'll never happen here. Trust me on that one. He's never done stuff like that. They don't argue. They don't really butt heads like that. It was just, I guess, the heat of the moment. That just he was frustrated from being woken up, and But no, he takes really good care of her. Trust me on that.
Like, is the job like stressful or something? Like, because
It's
that's
Uber.
hell-
Of course, it's stressful.
Well, I imagine it being
Medical
stressful,
problems.
but
I'll be honest, all three of us were very sick. We have a lot of medical issues. He's got vertigo and he can't barely hear, which is surprised how he hurt her. But, he's got a lot of arthritis and stuff like that. And, he's probably just tired. He goes out at like 8 in the morning. He doesn't come back till like 4 in the afternoon, and God only knows. But, and I think part of it's boredom too. That's why he turns in, because like, what else is there to do? I see them come and go in the living room, but I'm the one that majorly sits out here. It's just part of living situation. And I understand, they want their own place. I agree, but with the way shit's getting right now, who the hell knows? I mean, she's on disability. He's trying to make ends meet with the Uber and waiting on hopefully getting disability. Even what I'm bringing home ain't enough. This place is $1,070 a month. And that's just because we were grandfathered in because we've been here. They're even more expensive than that. You can pay up towards $1,500 for a 2-bedroom.
but it's a house, right?
No, it's an apartment.
Fucking $1,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment?
Right.
Sounds like California.
And Tampa Bay area is one of the top 4 for being one of the most expensive places to live.
Yeah.
Check out Fort Lauderdale.
I think I found your issues. Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking Pinellas and Hillsborough County.
My fucking 2-bedroom apartment in Wyoming was like freaking $540.
Well, that's Wyoming.
That's Wyoming.
Nowhere.
What the problem is everybody's leaving New York and California and all that and coming here, and it's jacking everything up.
Ah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down here in
Wanna go to
South Florida
Florida.
especially, too.
Yeah, because everybody's jumping to Florida. You have to
Why?
start moving north to get cheaper.
That's
It's
right.
ridiculous. I'm telling you, everything around here. 1-bedrooms are at least $1,100.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. That's about the same when I was looking around my area.
It's terrible.
This is literally
But
why-
then
And
again,
a lot of
there's
the places in here, you're paying over $3 for gas and everything else. Food's going up. I spend at least $400 a month just on myself in food.
Yeah.
So I can understand, God only knows. They really want to. I know I do. Can any of us? And then they say for what the poverty line is, it's like below 30,000, which is crap. It's above that.
Yeah,
And
it
there's no
really is.
middle
I was saying,
class.
just from hearing the housing expenses, yeah, it's well above
Yeah.
30 grand.
I only make $14.36 an hour. That's not enough. You know, that May was a lot of money 15 years ago. It ain't now.
Correct.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near. So yeah, you know, it's situation ain't great, and I know a lot of people struggling. All my coworkers are struggling. Half of them work 2 jobs. It's ridiculous.
But that's why we vent and unwind by playing the magical game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Escapism.
Yeah.
Seamless segue, Graham.
I thought that'd be appreciated.
Of course.
Speaking of, it has been about a month since we last played. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the table.
Hello,
Hiyo, Onisan.
Oh God.
More, don't do that, man. I'm surprised you have your voice from the last time you did it.
Angela, roll 20.
Do what?
Then yeah.
Log into roll 20.
I'm having trouble logging into Roll 20. It's being a bitch tonight on my end.
Oh, weird. It's acting crazy again.
Yeah, nah, it's tagging me this time. I can log in, but when I launch the game, it's sitting there, loading.
Hopefully it connects.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been terrible again.
Since it has been a while, let me start off by asking a couple of questions.
Sure.
I guess.
You guys accomplished a rather major event last time, if you might recall. Can anybody name what it was?
I fought a fucking basilisk because I thought it was a great idea.
3 basilisks.
We did a couple things, so I don't know which one you're talking about.
Well, for one, I can name that we drank from the horn of ever-flowing alcohol, which was wonderful. I believe I recall Leonius did a keg stand with it. We drank greedily and mightily and got visions of sailing upon a ship, I believe in an icy area, which tells us that our journey has just really yet begun.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
This is why I like when you know
Be the Gigan plus 5 centaurs, 3 basilisks, drank from the horn, the image of the ship, and we leveled up.
Yes, and we leveled up.
What level are we now?
Yeah. Did I level
4.
that?
Okay.
We are level 4.
I am an asshole.
Why? Do
Why?
you say
You
that?
forgot?
I forgot.
Oh.
Well, you're a warrior. It's easy.
Yeah, you just get an ASI, thankfully. I think that's all you get as a battle master.
Wait, no, I did. Right, because I took the fighting initiate feat. Okay, I guess I just didn't change it from 3 to 4.
I don't remember what
There
I
you
did.
go, then. See? That's past more, looking out for future more.
Oh, right, I rolled a 4 for health.
I always just take the average.
Where's
I'm
the fun in
scared.
that?
I have, like, terrible memories of rolling for my health. It's like, I always end up with too much or too little.
Okay, I rolled for
Alright.
health and got pretty decent. I think I put
I
my
am not
poison into an
connecting.
ASI,
Well, as a barbarian, it's your obligation to always roll.
right? Biggest freaking hit die
Okay.
of the bunch, so kind of gotta.
It sounds
Noozle?
like you guys have a good understanding of what happened last time. I would offer, if I could, I'll reread the vision you guys experienced after the Horn of Bamitria was drank.
Yes.
You are standing on the deck of a beautiful galley. A bright cerulean sea stretches out before you. You look down at a strange bronze device in your hands. It seems to reflect the constellations of the night sky, even though the sun shines brightly overhead. The oarsmen pull the ship through the water faster than you thought possible. You look down at the men on the benches. They meet your gaze with dead eyes and skeletal faces. Dozens of leering corpses. You are startled awake. Back within the Dragon Shrine in the city of Astoria, which is currently, as you might recall, in the moment, in the uptick of a celebration. People are cheering for what has, for your most recent accomplishment, the public accomplishment of standing before the Order of Sidon, offering yourselves as sacrifices, and surviving through the ordeal. And also saving the king's daughter for that.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is we're going to be getting a crew from the necropolis and a sextant from the Mithril Mountain. That's what I'm hearing.
The possibilities exist, but
Yeah.
are not guaranteed.
True. I'm just guessing here.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a hell of a trip for a sextant.
Right?
So if y'all are gonna ride the river Styx, does that mean I have to come along?
Maybe. So we did that, and then we ended up sacrificing ourselves to the basilisks and totally killed them.
You know,
And
I
I
still
think-
don't know why you all weren't just looking at them. I mean, I'm fine.
Shut up.
Did we-
Alice.
Did we do anything else? Was there anything else after that we did, or is that when we stopped off?
We ended after the vision, I believe, with a
Yeah.
level up being following that.
Right.
Okay, why is row 20 not loading?
I'm literally just picturing a river. I just see nothing but Styx the goblins in mass as they just like fucking mosh pit like a dude across the fucking crowd, but only it's a boat.
No, the river is just the result of one Styx pissing.
Nah.
Over the course of his entire lifetime? No, that's possible.
God, let's get this over with before we keep on this train of thought. Oh no.
We're just scared
I
because it
can't
involves
seem to
Styx.
load it.
Derail that train.
Styx.
Thick
Alright.
energy drink. Keep
We're-
on pissing.
Hi, welcome to hell. Fun fact, we're all Styx down here.
Oh, you just turn into Styx as hell when you go to hell. That's horrifying.
Okay, why?
I mean, that's not too far off from his origin story I have in my head. At one point, Styx was an orc.
Are you going with? Yeah.
Yeah. Hyloch knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because you ran Curse to Strahd for us. Thank you again, Hyloch.
And he put some really wicked tie-ins to that I was not expecting. I appreciated it.
I try to.
And then we just ended up developing the meta goblin out of that game. It was just existed in my mind throughout all my games now.
Are you still having trouble connecting, Angela?
Yes, I've refreshed, I've dumped all my cookies and stuff, and everything. It's just a black screen that says loading.
You don't dump cookies, you eat them.
You know what I mean. Clearing the cache,
That's-
everything else.
Well, that's my dogs once, but no, they still ate the wonderful cookies I made. The good news is they were peanut butter. The bad news is it wasn't just peanut butter.
Aw.
Chocolate,
Oops.
Nope.
cyanide.
What? No. What? What? No, dude. If I'm
Please.
gonna go out on my own way, I'm not gonna be a bitch with poison. Come on.
I mean, to be fair, I hear cyanide is supposed to taste pretty good.
What was it? Peanut butter cheese
Yeah.
cookies?
No, they're peanut butter.
Peanut
wheat-
butter cheese cookies.
No, they're peanut butter
Either chocolate or
weed
pot.
cookies.
Ah.
So my dogs were having an interesting day.
Wait. But I thought hemp is something that you burn or twist into, like, because the fibers are sturdy enough to be a rope. That's not something that you can just eat.
It's not hemp.
No?
No.
Not
Yeah.
hemp?
There's they come from the same plant, or can rather, but it's not the same product.
That's weird.
There's a lot to it.
I'm not an
Yeah.
expert.
But
Okay,
needless to
so
say,
you
my
learned
dogs
a
were
lesson.
very lethargic and very confused that day.
Play dead? Nah, man. Play Floyd.
Oh god.
I literally watched as one of them took 15 minutes to get up onto the bed. And I felt terrible because I couldn't help but laugh. Because he would like stare at it for a minute and then actually like try to jump on it, forget he was in mid-jump or something, and just cling to the edge of the bed and slowly fall back onto the floor. And it's like, I
Yeah,
felt
like,
so
wait.
terrible.
This
Okay.
ain't right.
Okay, something's wrong. I cannot load anything. I can move around the main website, but as soon as I try to load any of the games, I can't. It won't pop up.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
All right, there, damn it.
I
Have
mean,
you
not
tried
gonna
a
lie.
different browser?
It's
I'm
it's-
on Chrome.
I'm only
so-
half joking.
And,
Try
well, yeah, I
Firefox.
used to work tech support. I know. I used to be a tech support monkey, so I know that. I know that joke. So I hate to shut. the
Oh no,
whole
but it's
computer down,
scary
but-
because I have a
Yeah,
story
it's not a
related to
joke.
this. Just the past time, since we're waiting now. My neighbor was having computer problems. Asked me if I could look at it because my dad told him I was a bit of an IT guy. That was a lie. I'm not much of an IT guy. I just know problem solving. Asked me to look at his computer, and he's already bought a new one. It's literally just delivered, and he was going to go through hooking up. I wanted to see if he can get the old one running again. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it. I go to the computer. I click the button. Doesn't turn on like I expect. Okay, so check the
Plugged
power.
in?
I check the power supply switch. No, it's on the on location. Follow the cord. Yep, bitch wasn't plugged in.
That's all it takes.
I'm just sitting there shaking my fucking head. It's like I should have charged for this.
You should have.
I should have charged him for this. I should just make up a problem. But no, I was honest. I went back to him and was like, so you want the good news or the bad news? Well, what's the bad news? The good news is you bought a computer for nothing. The good news is your old computer still works.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna restart everything. I'll be back momentarily.
Oh.
And this is where we talk about today's sponsor.
Do tell.
Shadow Legions?
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Ray.
I still have a fucking sore spot because I didn't know that was an email from them.
Oh, what? You were gonna be... Oh,
They
yeah?
actually asked me
We're
to
gonna be a sellout.
Yeah, they asked me to fucking be a sponsor.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know it was them.
Did you agree?
No, because I thought it was another fucking scam like the last 20 I had.
No, good for you. Stick to your chops, man. If you keep saying no, maybe they'll pay you more.
Wait, why do you want to pay them me?
Yeah, but say, what am I gonna do with more?
Exactly.
I mean, I suppose. You know what? We're stopping this train of thought now because that went to a dark place.
Oh,
I mean, it wouldn't be the only body in your basement.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Did I mention while we were killing time? Then I suppose, which I mean is all well and good. I have two new members of the family. That being a ball python named Ophelia.
Yeah.
Python.
Yeah.
Damn.
She is a retired breeder, so she's actually quite large. Because she's not
Ooh.
a baby.
how big is she?
You know, I honestly couldn't tell you for certain because she spends all her time in the ball form.
Because I got a
Expert.
3-foot male ball python called Adidas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Give us an estimation in meters.
In meters?
Yes.
The average
That-
sewer gator of Waterdeep is 3.5 meters long, which, funny enough, also coincides with the average length of a Florida gator. This is where I got this information.
I was gonna say
Sorry,
that's
but
actually
what is
pretty
Florida?
inaccurate.
A horrible place where old people go to die.
Yeah, where
That's
I
not
live.
wrong.
Oh god, I did not mean to go that dark with that. Fuck, Strife, you're an
I
asshole.
mean, is it wrong though?
it's not. That's what bugs me.
Very accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
Oh god.
So,
I know
who's
for-
your other new member of the family, Hyloch?
Oh, less exciting, I suppose. We received an early Christmas present in the form of a Roomba that targets pet fur or pet hair, which I think is a elbow, I guess, a nudge, clean up more, I guess. But it is named Cosmonaut, Cosmo for short.
Oh. Does Eclipse ride it?
No, not yet. Eclipse is not particularly scared about it. She followed it around a little bit here and there. Petra is terrified of it.
The fuck is this weird thing on the floor moving?
I love watching pets interact with Broombas. It's my favorite activity.
It's
So
interesting.
fun.
Petra hates all things vacuum, and so we have like my office connects to a hallway that goes down a bit to the second bedroom, which is where she hides whenever there's a vacuum, and there's a bathroom in between us. So the Roomba was finally able to get into that hallway and was like moving down it. Unfortunately, Petra was in the middle of it at the same time.
Oh,
And so
God.
as the Roomba was inching forward, she's just rapidly backpedaling.
Oh, poor thing.
It's a horror film. No, get away from me.
It was coming right for her.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. It's the
Front
dangerous
Petra.
raccoon. The raccoon.
Yeah, I hope that at some point she won't be as scared for it because it's gonna run every day now. It's the most hardest working member of the pets I own, apparently. The one that actually contributes to the household. But so hopefully they get used to it soon.
You want Tama. And then meanwhile, Tama over here don't generate much fur. She don't make a lot of fur balls.
My freaking dog.
Is that a tomcat?
Where'd it go?
Yeah, she's a Maine Coon Tortie mix. Long hair. She don't really shed bad.
Oh,
My
you were
dogs.
saying, Grim?
My dogs. Everything I own is covered in pet hair. Everything. Everything I fucking own is covered in dog hair. I am wearing my gym clothes right now, and the only reason why these are almost spotless is literally because I got out of the shower, threw them on, immediately went to the gym. And just came back. I've done nothing else other than fuck around on my computer since then, and this is the only time I'm going to see my clothing with no dog hair on it.
Yeah, it's
But
one of the
Dad.
woes of having pets.
I want you to know more. I now, every time I look at Jackson, I think of that voice.
But this is my voice, Dad.
It is now.
Oh, jeez.
Now that you
It's
mention
better
it,
than this voice. This voice only comes out when you're high.
Oh, God.
I hate that he's not wrong. My dogs become Russian when I get high.
Oh, Jesus.
that's an odd choice.
Soviet told me, dog owns you.
I mean, if I knew, like, any Rhodesian fucking accents, I would attach it to Sam, because he looks like a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah,
Cool.
like, spot the fuck on, too. We have no idea how his genetics just worked out that way. Right down to, anytime he actually gets visibly agitated, you can tell, because all the fur along his spine will rise up. And I mean all of it. He looks like a hyena when he's
Wow.
pissed.
Wow.
Huh.
Hyena.
It is the scariest fucking thing, because I know, like, he has levels. Like, the fur, like, right between his shoulder blades, if that's up, it means he's anxious. If I see all the fur on his back lined up, though, oh no, something is getting ready to get a bite and is not going to like it.
Speaking of sponsors, if anybody likes to play with dragons, was recommended a new game called Century, where you get to play as dragon riders that do dogfights in midair.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were going somewhere completely different with that.
Oh yeah, no, I can see now that I reflect on what I was saying there.
Phrasing,
Sponsored
yeah.
dragon. Yeah.
That's okay. I've had my dirty jokes for my Saturday game. I'm good and tapped now.
God damn it, Grim. You are officially the most immature member of that server.
I really am.
Oh, boy.
And that's saying something with your server.
I know. Oh, come on. You can't deny it was fun, though.
Most of the time, I was just in a goddammit Yoshi mode,
I know.
which is pretty much Komori right now. Which,
Everyone's Yoshi.
Yeah.
well, that entire group, Komori included, is Yoshi.
You're not
It's
wrong.
Yoshi.
You're the shinobi who do not shinobi.
I try. I
um,
try very hard.
for
Don't
some
use grappling hooks.
for some context, I threw giant black roosters at them.
Oh yeah.
Needless to say, the jokes just kept going.
Ark did one unintentionally that actively caused me to choke.
She did. I was so proud. I love my groups.
You mean you weren't already choking on the big black?
God
Exactly!
damn it.
Exactly!
Yeah, like that.
That was the entire session!
It was.
It went there.
We blame
Yeah,
Grim.
it did.
The worst part was the reason they had so much health was because I knew it would take longer, so I could just make more jokes about it.
Oh god.
I feel like it would have been appropriate for him to roll psychic damage for all of us after every turn when he does that.
I thought
Embrace
about that.
madness, man.
Like, honestly, if I had not given him so much health, I probably would have thrown that in just because I thought it would be funny.
I'm surprised.
Take
you
one
didn't,
psychic
Grim.
point as you hear my joke, and you think it in your mind.
Oh god.
Alright, I think we're all back. Correct.
Well,
believe so.
kinda.
No, I'm more.
I'm a loss.
I know Angela, poor Angela, still can't get in, but I
Yeah.
guess we're gonna try to drag along anyway, and we'll follow your vocal decisions as best
I
we
guess-
can.
I guess I'm attempting to try Mozilla Firefox and see if that makes any difference.
I mean,
Good
we
one.
don't know that she's poor. We don't know the
Yeah, try
financial
Firefox.
situation.
It worked a little bit better on that crazy laptop.
Sometimes- I'm so poor I can't afford a Happy Meal. Good God, guys.
Who can these days? Happy Meal's gone up in price, and that's disturbing.
No, right?
That's a fair point.
Reminds me, I have a coworker that was talking about. He went down to a supermarket and his buddy just loudly exclaimed, "What? Packet ramen went up 10 cents?"
What?
What?
Sometimes
Okay.
the pursuit of happiness is expensive.
Okay, a dime is a bit much, though. What? Wait.
Yeah.
Apparently
On the
packet ramen went up.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, I found a food truck recently. They have these amazing salmon tacos, because Oregon, we have like salmon right there, and it's all fresh and it's wonderful. But they're selling these amazingly wonderful salmon tacos for only $1 each. So you can get like
Wow.
5 of them, and they're so good, and they're so full of mayo, and they're so bad for you, but they're so good.
Yeah.
I don't think mayo is that good, but anyways, we are getting off track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On point.
So
Murder!
we finished murdering the basilisks.
Yes,
That's-
you guys survived the sacrificial rite until dawn, at the cusp of which, with much merriment, the people dispersed, leaving you, coincidentally, on your own to free yourselves from the manacles and chains. Doing so, you guys returned to the city to find it in much cheer. You made your way through the streets, passing by the king's palace, which is in a slight, not uproar, but definitely moving in that direction, and onto the dragon shrine, from which you were returning the horn of Balmatera. You were, though, of course, first partaking in its internal nectar. You guys had your vision, and from that vision, you have an impression that there is more to be done, but with uncertainty of how to do that or where to go from there for that. You do know that you still have 2 named labors at your fingertips, that being to travel to the Mithril Mountains or to go to the Necropolis. Does anybody remember the actual term for the labors in particular?
Oh, I would have to check my notes. Let's see. The labors for the Temple of Oracle, kidnap Sea Hag. 3 quests. I've got Forge, Claim Weapons, and Drink Deep of the Dragon Horn.
There you
But
go.
I think those are.
I think we need to light at Forge in the mountains and claim something in the necropolis. I don't know.
You must shape the silver fires of the Lost Forge in order to craft the tools that you will need. You must claim the mighty weapons wielded against the Titans by the first Dragon Lord, and you must drink deep from the bottomless dragon horn, for it will reveal a vision that I cannot see. So saith the oracle.
Right, yes. And we've already drunk deep of the dragon horn. Huzzah.
This is correct. And we did have internally, or OOC, a small vote of which way you guys were leaning towards the next one, and it seems to be
To the
you would
mountain.
like shape the silver fires of the Lost Forge in order to craft the tools that you will need. Before that, though, you guys are in Astoria. City is in a moment of cheer. I believe some of you had some business here, which you could attend to if you'd like to try during this moment of merriment. Or you guys can join in. I believe, as I mentioned before, the King's Palace is nearby, and you're likely to be welcomed there.
I'm gonna go unlock everyone's achievement of a new kink discovered: furries.
God, never say that again. Never say that again.
Well, when it comes to the Mithril Mountains, I believe I might have a place of useful information. There's a group of dwarves that work in our mining company here in Astoria, who's originated from the Mithril Mountains. Perhaps they would be able to give us some useful advice on traversing the area.
Might as well.
I mean, trust a dwarf to know stone, right?
Indeed. To do that, we will have to make way to my homestead here in Astoria. It will be nice to see my brother Horace again, who I'm sure has done absolutely nothing wrong and is an upright and moralistic individual.
You know, the more you say that, the more I'm not that convinced, Rob. I mean, I'm already kind of on the fence between you running a criminal organization and not. So...
Oh, I am absolutely not. I am absolutely not.
Insight check.
And I am certain, I am absolutely certain that my brother is definitely not.
Shouldn't we discuss the vision we had?
Ah, yes.
Right. That's, or we all saw the same thing, right? Galleon and
the ship, the
driven
crew,
by a bunch of corpses.
Yeah.
That
The dead
object
crew
is-
does disturb me a bit.
What I find more interesting is the object that was in our hands. It showed constellations during the day. Don't you have something like that, Nico?
Not really. I have this one, and people saw the sphere. That if you put light through it, you see the constellations. It's more like a toy because this one doesn't show you where the stars are right now, just how they look at certain points.
Well, perhaps yours could be used in tandem with this device to guide us upon our journey. Something to think about. At either event, I currently have unfinished business, so I recommend we take a day to relax, gather ourselves, and prepare provisions for the future journey.
So after surviving, are we still gonna have to pay for our own food?
Not for today.
I mean, I could bring a basilisk with us if we want to make sure we're fed, but I think only Leonius is going to eat it.
Indeed. As for me, I must make a temporary retirement of the party, in order to follow up on some leads.
Right. Not a criminal boss at all. Sure.
No, actually, but it might involve criminals. We will see.
I just lean into the group, so he just admitted it, right?
No.
More or less, he doesn't want to be guilty by association if his brother is up to no good.
So with that, Gilliman will set off in the direction of the homestead of Bofia. Guy number 1.
So as Gilliman is doing this, let me clarify. The rest of the party, are any of you willing to, or desiring to go with them, or are you preferring to go elsewhere? It sounds like you guys are taking a day to the city, which there's no better day for it than today. Where are you all heading?
Do I need
Well,
anything?
if Rob wanted us to attend, he would have asked for us. So I guess I am just going to enjoy the sights.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's just take the day off.
We've earned it. Why not?
I don't think I need anything in terms of armor and shit.
Do you think there's any shows going on at the amphitheater tonight?
What's a show?
Okay,
Wait, I
load.
thought your father was Pythor. You've never been to Astoria?
No. Should I have?
Okay, so a show is basically, you remember how when we were being sacrificed, everyone was watching us? We were the show for them.
Hmm.
This sounds boring if I'm not in it.
To each their own.
Well, there is an amazing show recently called Cats that Linus could join.
I jump into the river.
Yeah, sure. Let me just walk into the audition and just go.
I don't need friends, I have family.
Oh, such a jellicle cat.
Oh, Jesus.
Vin Diesel auditioned to play in Cats. What the fuck?
I mean, if nothing else, there's always the party you could go to, the one that Pythor is celebrating because his daughter isn't dead.
Oh yes, tell the giant barbarian cat man who has daddy issues to go party with his daddy. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah, Leonis would totally go do that, actually. Because he's not me, he's dumb.
Which reminds me, Pythor swore an oath of service to us all.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of anything to do with that?
No sacrificing family unless it's me.
I know that Gilliman already kind of turned in that ticket on his end. I don't know about everybody else, but he already asked a favor of Pythor to keep an eye on his dear aunt, the Oracle, and keep her safe within the city. But I mean, I'm not going to say that that's like the whole of his debt that he owes to us, but you know. But yeah, you might be able to get some like equipment out of him. I don't know, +1 sword. Ew.
A giant hulking cat man.
Alright, so that's Gilliman traveling for Leeds in the city, heading to Boethius first. We have Leonis heading towards the King's Palace in order to meet up with Pythor for some situations. The rest of the party,
We won't
I
RP
hear
that. We won't RP daddy issues.
No, wait, we have to.
Oh god.
The rest of the party, I've heard some touristing ideas of seeing the city, getting to know some of the locals, and possibly seeing the public amphitheater. Is there any other particular things, or should I assume the rest of you are traveling as a loose group in a circling of the city?
Yeah, I'll probably will join the festivities. Also, I go with the group.
Okay. I'm not hearing anything averse. So, let's proceed with those ideas. The rest of you guys as a group travel. Alright.
Do you think asking for better armor is too much for this deal at the moment? My armor shit.
Well, I mean, aren't we going to the necropolis specifically for that reason?
I was about to say, one of your labors is to recover Lost Dragon Lord equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Speaking of
could.
which, how does that exactly work with the Oath of Grave Robbing, Nico?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good
In
question.
character, you don't know that, so fuck off.
Oh yeah,
Is-
no, but this is just me asking in character, just the grave.
I've been thinking about that. I hope robbing my own grave won't be grave robbing. It's my shit, after all.
So we're talking out of character, or are we talking in character?
No,
Because
out of character.
honestly, I'm a little confused right now.
In character, are you saying that you know who I am in character?
No, I
Okay,
never said who you were in character. In character, I was just asking, how does this work with the Oath of Greybrowing?
I think that'll be a bridge to cross when you come to it.
It
Yeah.
sounds like complicated.
We were never told what to do in the necropolis, so I don't know if we're actually gonna rob a grave or. I don't know how this works. Prophecies are not my thing.
You dig up grave, you take stuff, you bury grave.
Yeah, the thing is, Leonius, doing that not conducive to one's health, especially for graves as high class as the Dragon Lords.
The dead can't hurt you.
I actually don't know about that one.
Exactly.
We'll deal with that when we get to that. We need to go to the forge first, right? That was the plan.
Oh, another place where you can get some upgrades to your equipment since you're not pleased with what you currently have.
I mean, if nothing else, you could always hit the guy up for healing potions or booze. I have a weird feeling that Pythor might be swimming in booze.
Do you think he'd let me marry his daughter? That was a joke. That was a joke. I would die if I did that. I am more than confident that I would die if I did that.
I think
I think I might
Palace
force that now.
feels Leonius's first add-on end of that question.
Come on, that was a joke.
I literally
Guys,
fought
come
3
on.
basilisks for my sister. What will I do
No.
to you?
That's the key word, though. That was a joke. Now it's happening.
I'm gonna kill Palace.
You're not the only one.
Okay. So, as the group makes its divide, taking the day to yourselves, let's jump between everyone. I'll try to keep the spotlight equal as best I can.
Mine will probably be very short, thankfully.
Well, we'll see.
I don't like that phrasing.
Gilman,
Yes.
you are traversing over the city. You have some familiarity with it, making it easy. You are seeing some familiar sights, seeing the merriment of the people here and there. You are traveling particularly to the living quarters of Boethius. Now, I don't believe you were given his exact location, but asking around, you are, after all, the savior, and you are a hero to the people presently. You can be pointed in the general direction. He occupies one of the row houses within the living quarters near the beginning of the city. It's not too difficult to find him after a bit of search.
Sure.
You find Boethius surrounded by 2 what appear to be friends, peers of the like. They're sharing a drink. The other 2 with some amount of merriment. Boethius seems to be a bit quiet, but is likewise sharing an ale.
Boethius, I hate to disturb you in your time of merriment, but before I make leave of the city, I did want to conduct an interview with you in regards to recent events, if you catch my meaning.
He looks between his 2 friends, nods and sort of steps away to them towards you, and says, in interview,
Yes, you're not in any trouble. I would like to preface that. I simply need to glean more information upon the situation at hand before I proceed with any further actions.
Well,
Oh.
Sorry, you.
So, please, feel free to be as honest as you would like. Once again, you're not in any trouble or at risk of being in any trouble. Do you understand?
That sounds so insincere coming from a paladin.
Right? Right?
I believe I do, but I don't have any squire training. I don't. I mean, I'd be happy to be of use, but
Worry not. I just have a few questions for you. In regards to your stay with the Dryad,
oh,
were you let's see, what's the word that I want to use here? Did you go to her of your own free will, or were there extenuating circumstances in which you were forced to join in her service?
He hesitates, eyes drifting down to the left, obviously in thought for a moment, before his eyes drift to the ground, and says, I don't believe there was any force.
So you wish to go to her willingly?
I wasn't threatened ever, but it was, for the time that I was there, a wonderful place.
Mm.
I can't say for certain what happened when I first met her. I was so enamored.
So that probably will answer my second question. During your stay with her, at any point did you feel threatened or at risk that you were in danger?
No, it was a revelry constantly.
Very well, very well. In regards to your friend, the one, I can't remember her name, Hyloch, what was the name of the lady who we left, who immediately first asked us for help? What was the name of that lady? Shoot.
Oh, that one, the one that was running away, and you guys came across her.
Yeah. What was her name?
Would you believe it's not on the top of my note stack? I believe it was a C name. Fuck.
Yeah. Do you want to just give her a name? We can call her like Ceci or something like that.
Callie.
Callie. Okay. How about Callie? Can we call her Callie?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
In regards to Callie, would you have any inkling as to why she might have run away in such distress from under the Dryad's, shall we say, tutelage?
I can only speculate that. I mean, when you guys spoke to us in front of the temple, you made mention of danger lurking within. I could only guess that she must have seen it herself, or felt it at some point.
And yet, at no point did you feel you were in any danger.
Not till you spoke. You seemed quite genuine.
And about how long were you with the Dryad, would you say?
It feels an awful lot like a blur. I think it was less than a month, maybe a few more than a week's.
You seem to be lacking in details. At any point in time, did you feel as if you were under the influence of a foreign substance or perhaps magic? Let me rephrase that. Is there a particular reason as to why you think it might seem as blurry as it did to you?
We were provided with every sort of delight we had in mind. Ale flowed plenty. We were given food. There were those that partook of the unique flora of that environment. I admit it's blurry, likely because I partook on my own here and there, wherever I had the fancy.
I see. Very well, very well. What were you doing on the day that the Dryad came to you, or you came to the Dryad? Exactly how did you end up meeting Can you recall?
I
Like,
here.
How
you
did
see-
you get into the woods, I suppose? Did you simply wander in there? Did her goatkin beckon you with promises?
He seems to hesitate for a moment, and I'm going to ask for an insight check from you, if you don't mind terribly.
Okay. He'll put his hand softly on his shoulder. No judgments. I'm merely trying to get to the truth. You are in no danger of judgment from me. And
Again,
I
from
will
a paladin,
roll.
that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I will throw out an insight. Ooh, not great. Then again, he's not trained in insight, so yeah.
6.
Yeah.
With the 6, so Bofius begins. It was dark and we were kind of lost. It sounds a bit forced before he, with your heartfelt plea, corrects it slightly and says, I was out searching for some of the local herbs and came across her in the woods. And
I see.
it was just... It felt like a meeting of fate.
I see. Very well. Okay. So, and here's the tough question. At any point in time, did you observe the prisoners in the mushroom field?
Prisoners?
Yes. While we were making our way down there was, if I remember correctly, Hyloch, there was unconscious people in a field of mushrooms.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay. There were several individuals who seemed to be unconscious in a field of mushrooms. At the time, we dared not go close to them lest we fall under their effects. However, the presence of them left us, well, at least me, a bit concerned as to her other activities. And then later, when we were at the feast, we discovered, rather to our disdain, that they were serving sentient people, cooked. And in her kitchen, there were corpses of people being butchered and ready to be cooked and served. Did any of this bother you at the time?
The graph. There is a brief moment of shock that rolls over Bofius's face before his, you see the color in his cheeks begin turning green rapidly. He looks like he's about to be sick.
Easy, steady. Let it all out. If you need to let it out, let it out. I know it can be a lot to take in when the truth comes to rise.
No, there was no indication. The mushrooms were just mushrooms. I mean, they were not in the kitchen?
In the kitchen. I witnessed it with my own eyes.
That means I think I better let down.
Yes, I think it's best that you do. Believe it or not, you've given me more information than you can possibly surmise. And I thank you for your time. Please, do get looked at, do get checked out by a local cleric if you are able to, and ensure that there might be no lingering side effects of anything the Dryad could have done to you. And be at ease. This will be looked into further. Of that, I guarantee. And with that, Gilliman will turn to leave after ensuring that he gets back to his comrades, to his friends.
Bofius nods weakly and moves on to his friends before speaking to them briefly. All right.
And as he walks away, it's like he'll mutter. Raboot will mutter under his breath, "I knew that witch was no good." And then he'll go on to look out for Jarius, which I think might be a good time to switch to somebody else, possibly.
Yes.
As I don't want to hog the spotlight too much.
No worries. I'll be trying to do a round robin with everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Next up, the one with daddy issue.
Fuck.
You need to be more specific.
I don't have to be. My daddy's a god.
The third daddy issues. Okay, Leonis.
Meow.
You approach the king's palace. It's full of merriment. People are sharing drinks. The guards are doing their best to remain steadfast, but you do see one or two slipping a flask. You are welcomed in within the palace, led into the main hall, from which you remember the throne room, basically, where Pythor leads the city. That seems to be the central point of the merriment, actually. Not some sort of long dining hall, none of that. It's just the throne room itself. Whereupon, Pythor has laid out quite a few barrels of ale already. There seems to be a few advisors or people of similar note that seem to be sharing much more moderate drinking. As you enter in, you can also see that there is one woman, young, seems to bear some actual familiar features to Pythor, sitting comfortably on top of one of the barrels of ale, not really drinking yet, but seeming to be the only one sober within the room. As you enter in, Pythor's gaze sweeps over to you as he's placing down one of the barrels. And with a grin stretching from ear to ear, he begins meandering over to you, seemingly intent to bring you into a large bear hug.
I allow this.
The one man who can probably actually squeeze Leonis and have some effect.
That's not even why. That's not even why he's uncomfortable. But it should be.
With immense strength, Pythor picks up the, I think, matching in height, was it? I think the stature is actually pretty similar.
It probably is, because I was thinking, yeah, son of a god, I'm wicked tall, right? Yeah, I'm 7 feet fucking tall.
Yeah, you might. I don't have his similar stature.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. As the man lifts you happily from the bear hug, lifts you off the ground, and says, my son, I name you my son. You deserve my hammer.
Hammer?
Hammer. Let me grab. He happily lays you, not on the ground, but rather puts you back on your feet before meandering over to the throne, and picking up what seems to be a rather large bronze battle hammer of sorts. It seems actually slightly oddly shaped, as though it's not intended for strictly combat. Regardless, he brings it over and immediately forces it into your hands, saying, my hammer, please, it is yours. I think it will be in good hands with you.
Just sheepishly looking around the room. I'm imagining all the eyes are currently on the giant lion man with the hammer and the god saying thank you.
I'm not even being discreet about it, to be honest.
Center of attention, the last place I want to be. Woo. I do take the hammer, and I do give a very respectful bow in return.
With the grin continuing, he lays a hand on your shoulder and says, you have my eternal gratitude. There was a time where I would have taken to the field of battle against an entire army, single-handedly, that hammer being my only companion. But now, I feel as though it's time to retire.
Retire?
Well, retire the hammer. Yours.
Okay, that makes more sense. Also, about that promise of a favor. I think I might have decided mine.
Oh, yes, of course. No better time to share talk than over an ale. Please, would you join us?
For a moment, yes.
Happily, he drags you, basically, over to one of the barrels, offering you a mug if you so choose, or if you wish to rely on your strength alone, and perhaps an otherworldly constitution, you could attempt a barrel. Now,
That barrel.
what you choosing?
Gonna need that barrel.
Need that barrel. Okay. As you seem to match him for mug to mug, barrel to barrel rather. Pythor, grinning even slightly wider as his son seems to share his temperament, says, "That favor, we should probably exchange it before we forget."
Right. I only ask this. Should a similar situation arise where someone of this family needs to be made a sacrifice, I'm the only one allowed to take that place.
There is a small dip in his smile. There is a small wellspring of tears that wells up in the corner of his eyes.
God damn it, I made my dad cry.
Sets the barrel aside to forcibly bring Leonis into another hug. And says, "Your mother would be so proud of you. You are truly my son, a member of this family. I can only offer, I wish she was here with you now, with us. He pauses, trailing, considering something. You could do it. I haven't been able in all my years, but there's one thing you could do for your mother, for the family."
And this would be...
Do you remember what happened to your mother?
I gotta be fairly honest, has been through a lot of shit. If he handles trauma anywhere near like I do, probably honestly not.
That is fair. No, that's entirely understandable.
Also, I don't like how this is the one enemy Leonius can't conquer right now. This is bad. It bothers him immensely.
You need to know the name Hexia. She is a dragon that has plagued this land, popping up here, there. I unfortunately have had endless run-ins with her. She took your mother from us.
And where might I find this dragon?
I don't know where she layers, but I do know that she is seen in the Cerulean coast more than anywhere else. Gulf. If you were to traverse it there, if you were to have my hammer, a sign of me, I'm sure she would come calling.
Then your gift truly is great. It acts as a beacon. For a foe that must die. Beautiful.
Nodding along, Pythor raises the barrel once more and says, "This has been both a beautiful and a hard day. And I can think of no better way to spend it than drinking."
Yeah, Leonidas would clack his barrel against his dad's, and I think I'm gonna drink happily now. Daddy gave me the best gift of all, the dragon beacon.
Yes, actually, that is a magic item, which I will pull up and provide to you.
You can literally just say, summons angry dragon, and Leonidas would be happy with it.
Let me see. As I am grabbing this from wherever this poorly designed compendium for Roll20 has put it. There it is.
Have the Maul of Dragon Road Rage, yay.
I apologize. I'm trying to edit a few things, but for whatever reason, it's not allowing me because it's a piece of shit.
All good. I'm just happy I literally just... I'm going to be the reason we fight a fucking dragon. Wait, no, someone else's backstory is tied to dragon, right? Someone has to be.
I mean, it is called Dragon Lords. You would hope so, but nobody took Dragon Slayer.
Technically, Gilliman thought he was gonna eventually ride a dragon because he thought he might have been related to the Dragon Lords of old, but that turned out to be not at all who he is related to. But yeah.
Oh, good. I don't have to kill your forefather's pet then.
Talking about your uncle is a Dragon Lord.
Oh yeah, your uncle's a dragon lord and he's a fucking prick.
Yeah, that's
I guess
right.
I will kill your
Actually,
dad's
yeah.
pet.
Yeah, my uncle
Your
is
uncle's
indeed a
pet.
dragon lord. That's right.
Your
Uncle Nico.
Well, was.
Yeah, fuck your family. They're kind of dickbags.
Yeah, they are. Well, my aunt is really nice, though. I think Nico will agree. My aunt is really nice.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that statement.
Isn't she just a nice lady, Nico?
I'm not touching this.
Hey, you are interrogating shady people. Leave me alone.
Sorry.
All right, I sent it over to you, Grim. It's not too spectacular, but you know what? It
Oh
makes
my
up.
fucking god. Oh, that's hilarious.
How is it
Oh,
called?
now I'm curious.
Hammer of Daddy Issues or something like that?
Might as well be. No, but Leonidas just went from furry Hercules to furry Thor. Kind of.
Ooh.
You
Without the
can throw it.
lightning.
Nice.
Well, I can't throw it, but I can basically do the thing where you just... Any freaking distance whatsoever. Oh, the hammers are coming. Don't be between me and the hammer.
Nice.
That's
And
hilarious.
That brings us to those of you that were traveling about the city as we leave the poor lion and god, the demigod and the god drinking their woes away over a... Let's see.
I am never talking to my sister. That's just gonna be awkward.
Fair.
What?
I'm happy being the unsung hero that sadly got pulled into a hug by gods.
So, the rest of you, that being Uncle Nico, Palace, Orina, and that's actually it for now. The trio. Gaia has unfortunately made a resigned to stay within the Dragon Shrine to talk to Aesop for a time, leaving you three traveling about the city as you please. It is actually as you're passing the Agoria, in the near the public square, that in this moment of merriment, you're actually not contested. You're bumped up against a man apparently slightly desperate based on his tone of voice, looking like skin and bones, starved, is holding up into your face a emerald necklace. At first glance, it appears to be true jewelry, likely quite expensive, truly. There actually seems to be a dull glow hidden within each emerald that lines this silver necklace, giving some hint to as a magical nature. The man, human as far as you can tell, continues to foist this necklace in your face and says, would you buy? Would you buy this? It's just gold.
A gold for this necklace?
Yes.
The necklace, you said the necklace looks really nice, right?
Yes, it's a ornate emerald necklace beset on a silver chain. Each emerald gem seems to feature some sort of dull glow within it.
And you said the guy looked really bad, like famished.
Famished. Yes.
Huh. Hey guys, remember the conversation we were having about a bridge we need to cross eventually? I say to the two guys with me.
One of which is muted.
I hate you too.
Yeah.
I'm getting drunk with Daddy.
Well, call me crazy, but I think this fellow fell from that bridge. Where you got the necklace from?
I immediately, as the question begins to fall, the man starts looking back and forth in a rather panicked expression, even as the words continue to stumble out of his mouth. It was in the trees. I found it. It was in a knot in the trees, and it's just gold. If you would take it.
I need to remember something. How does stupid curse work?
Do you want me to say it, or?
Would be nice. I remember how you get it, but I remember what happens.
Those afflicted by this curse cannot eat. And after a number of days equal to their con score, they gain a level of exhaustion every day until they starve to death. But there is a thing about this that makes it a little strange. Hyloch, are you okay with me saying all of it, or do you want us to roll for it?
If it is within the player's guide, you are welcome to know it.
Okay. The strange thing is, it's impossible to get rid of the item, even by returning it. So I don't know what he's doing by selling it.
There. That is true on most levels. There is some caveats. The curse can't be given to anyone else, but it can be willingly taken. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's nasty.
Look, I'm so sorry, but I cannot.
Of course, the person has to make an informed decision. He can't trick you into willingly taking a necklace. Just to clarify, in case that comes up and you guys are worried about that in the future, but if you willingly take it, the curse passes from the person to you.
Curious.
Hearing Nico's denial, the man desperately turns towards Pallas next. In fact, getting so close as to bunch up Pallas's tunic or clothing within his forefingers, and says, "The necklace, it's very good. Just a gold."
Friend, I think you should speak to the priest at the Dragon Shrine. I'm not able to help you as much as I wish I could.
There is a brief moment of anger that crosses his face. You think for a moment that he's about to shout before whatever strength he has for that fades just as quickly, and defeat is all that remains. He falls to the ground, cradling himself slightly before slowly standing and moving away, bumping into members of the crowd here and there.
I feel sorry for that man.
One mistake shouldn't define an individual's end.
Yeah, we need to be really careful when we get to the necropolis.
Well,
Enough.
that's definitely going to be the truth. But I'm not certain how that applies to what I need to get from there.
What do you need to get from there?
Demetria was forthcoming with the information. Said that a relic of the Lycos family is there.
I mean, if the relic is yours, it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yes. Right.
I think there's no time to lose, Ren. We're gonna miss our own party, I guess.
True enough. Well, we should enjoy every second we have. And he just looks in the direction of the starving man walked. Because at any minutes, that second could be our last.
If there was ever a time to drink, this is the time. I'm gonna go drink. That's grim.
Or my name.
The trio moving into, continuing on the city streets, finding time to stop here and there to purchase ale, wines, or simply have it gifted to them as they are presently celebrated within the city. We are going to jump onwards to Gilliman once again to round it out, round us back up. Gilliman, you said you were searching out for Jarius, correct?
Correct. I was indeed.
All right. This one actually takes some time to find. How dedicated to the search are you?
Incredibly dedicated.
Okay.
Do you need me to make a check of some nature?
Let's do that, yes, if only to associate how much time is spent trying to find.
Okay, let's see. History?
I think survival, as loosely as I can apply it here, might be the most appropriate.
Okay. One survival check coming up. Ooh, not great.
Okay. So there's going to be a few hours spent onto this, if you don't mind terribly.
Damn that, Jarius. I can't read his handwriting. Where the hell does this guy live?
You actually do find him eventually. He is currently near the public amphitheater, not where he lives, as far as you can tell, and seems to be in mid-discussion with a couple of peers, talking about one of the latest, as far as you can tell, a poet's by the name of Tasso's latest drama. Something to do with Pythor and sisters.
Sounds lovely. I will approach Jarius and address him. Jarius, I believe I told you that I would eventually seek you out. I am here to discuss certain matters of pertinence in terms of recent events, if you catch my meaning.
The man, Sam, hearing his name and then seeing you, the man's back straightens a bit before nodding apologetically to his peers and stepping away from the table to meet with you, saying, right, yes, what was it?
Well, I first would like to state that you are in no suspicion or danger of being in trouble. I simply have some questions in regards to your stay with the Dryad, and I seek only the truth in regards to the situation, so please, be as honest as possible. Once again, you are in no trouble. I have already spoken with Bofius today, and our conversation was most enlightening. Do you have a moment for a few questions at this time?
Right. He begins to say, stumbling on the word. You see one hand come up to rub his neck, the other drums anxiously on the side of his leg, as he says, yeah, you wanted to speak. Okay. What did you want to say?
Well, at any time with your stay with the Dryad, did you feel that you were in any danger or in harm's way, as it were?
No, I think the only time I was in danger was drinking too much.
Okay. Fair. That coincides with what Bofius has told me so far. About how long were you with the Dryad? How long was your stay with her?
I thought it was only a few days, but as far as I can tell, a little bit more than a week has passed.
All right, very well. At any point, were you under the impression that your choices were not your own? Did you feel inclined to act a certain way or make certain decisions that you normally would never have thought to have made?
Well, no. He hesitates, drawing the word slightly until it lifts up and then a question before he continues. I mean, there was... there was somebody I was interested in there, and I suppose I acted differently for that, but I don't know if that counts.
It's fine. You've more than answered the question. Let's see. In terms of, there was a companion who initially drew us to the attention that something might be amiss within the Dryad's domain. Her name was Callie. Can you maybe give a guess as to why she might burst from the woods screaming about how her friends were in danger? Seems odd, given the revelrous activities that was primarily being partaken in that location.
No, I assumed... I mean, I had heard that she had left, but I thought she had left with Pelidus. I didn't realize she left like that.
Pelidus? May I ask who Pelidus is?
They were. I mean, I guess they were sort of sweet on each other, an item.
I see, I see. Do you know where Pelidus might live?
He. Not for certain. I think he was with one of the outer communities. I don't remember seeing him here.
Very well, very well. In our exploration, my companions and I, as we explored the premises we found several things that we found to be most disturbing. Primarily, a couple of things that I question as to whether or not you yourself observed them during your stay. Number one is a field of mushrooms. And in this field of mushrooms, there were several bodies of citizens, and they were all unconscious, and it seemed like they had been there for a while. Had you ever seen these individuals? And, or might know why they were unconscious in that field of mushrooms?
Yeah, I can remember seeing them. The girl I liked, she visited that area once or twice. The mushrooms had this sort of effect. It was like dreaming.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I see. And did she partake of those mushrooms of her own volition?
Yeah, I believe so. They were only ever offered. I mean, we were told about them. They weren't like handed out. They were simply left in that area.
Okay. After consuming the mushrooms, did anyone ever come back to the more, I suppose, the main area that we found you in? Did anyone ever come back from eating the mushrooms, or were they pretty much always gone after going to the mushrooms?
No, people definitely got up. It only lasted so long. I don't.
I see. Interesting. That is very interesting. All right. Let's see. And the other thing that we found was that there were, in fact, human corpses in the kitchen of the Dryad's establishment. We found them being prepared, butchered, and cooked, ready for consumption. In fact, on one of the plates that was being served at the feast, there was, I believe, human, or at least sentient, meat there. Did you know about this?
There's a brief moment of disbelief, slight aggression.
Do you remember eating human? Yes or no?
I didn't ask if he partook. I just said if he knew about it.
There's a slight edge in his voice as he says, "You're joking. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't joke like that."
I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. Sir, I am being deadly serious. We know what we saw, and we are sure of it. Did you know about it? Once again, you're not in any danger of any kind of trouble here. I simply am trying to ascertain the truth. Were you aware that they were butchering people?
There's a brief moment of it looks like he believes you. A flicker of doubt disappearing before the scowl deepens further, and he pushes your hand off his shoulder and says, "No, that's not true. None of that happened. And no, I didn't know anything about that."
I see. Thank you. You have been very cooperative, even if you might not know it. And your information is of great appreciation. I shall leave you to your friends. Please, try to put this whole event behind you, and I would ask that you not go back into those woods. I have a feeling things are about to get a bit more complicated.
Yeah.
With that, I must take my leave, and do try to see a cleric sometime soon for any lingering effects.
Leaving Jarius confused, slightly upset. Gilliman, you have left the area. Where do you want to? What's your next intention?
Lemuria, I believe it's the last one on my list.
And that was the only girl, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That brings us back around to Leonis.
I shouldn't have said anything in the chat. I shouldn't have said anything in the chat.
Open mouth, insert foot.
I'm just happily getting drunk with my goddaddy, right? That's just what happens. I don't like that laugh, Hyloch.
Now you know how we feel when you get a laugh.
Yeah, because your
Sucks,
buttons are all
doesn't it?
easy to find. Mine are hard. This is not good for me.
There's something else hard around here. Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
I am not touching that very obvious joke. No.
It's the hammer! Guys, look, he had a metal hammer. Guys, come on. Get your minds out.
I am not touching that joke.
Hard-headed.
Leonis, you are currently deep into a barrel, sharing some merriment with Pythor and his associates. Most of the people around you seem to be coming and going as they please because a lot of people can't match the drink that Pythor does, and therefore are seeming to take turns and doing so and keeping him company. At some point in this festivity, the familiar-looking woman that shares features with Pythor has disappeared.
Okay.
Replaced instead by a woman you're more familiar with, that being the Oracle, who has now perched herself onto one of the barrels that has been knocked over and is finding her way into a cup of her own. She gives you a polite smile as you pass by, and she, with some amount of interest, gestures to your hip, where you now have the hammer placed, I assume, or somewhere on your person. You have it nearby.
Oh, yes.
And she says, "Oh, I see you got your grandpa's hammer."
I have a grandfather?
Well, you do know how the gods are related, don't you?
I come from a humble fishing village.
She pats the side of the barrel next to her and scoots over.
Oh goddamn! I'm gonna learn today. Okay.
That's in
When a
character
mommy-
too. That was in character too. God damn it, I'm
When a
gonna learn.
mommy god and a daddy god love each other very much.
I don't want to hear about godly birds and bees.
As Linus takes a spot nearby, at the very least, the Oracle gestures for the hammer to be shown to her, and she indicates a few grooves and ornate decorations on it. This is not merely a war, an item of war, but obviously has a long history to it. She says, "This was originally Vulcan's hammer. Vulcan is the father to the gods." Does that
Oh.
does that sound familiar?
Out of character, yes. In character, I'm still trying to think if Leonius actually would pay attention and give a shit. He would know, yes. And this idea fills him with dread. No.
It's
Okay.
good that it found its way into your hands. It's right that you should probably see Vulcan before you leave, wherever you go. If you are perhaps heading to one of your labors, sorry, there's some things that get mixed up. If before you leave Astoria, you should stop by and see him. He might be able to help you.
Father, damn it.
Because saying "God damn it" just doesn't have the same effect anymore.
No, you gotta say it right. Daddy, damn it.
No, I refuse. I fucking refuse.
Oh, father, fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
Leonius.
that feels like it's going in a different direction.
No, stepdad, I'm not stuck. No. God damn it, I made the joke anyway. Fuck. I hate you all, but I love you. I want you to know.
She makes a gesture westward and says, he has a place next to the Dragon's Tooth. I think there's a few other, I think it's mostly inhabited by dwarves.
Huh. Actually, this coincides very nicely with something one of my friends was searching for.
Oh, wonderful. It's strange how fate plays out that way.
Fate is strange indeed. But
Indeed.
yes, I will be certain to visit my grandfather Vulcan. Sorry, my brain hurts when I think about that. Anyway, yes, I'll be sure to pay grandfather a visit.
Try not to think too much about it. Perhaps you should finish your ale first, and then we'll talk more.
I need another keg.
Oh, no.
You good there, Grim?
Leonius is in a very funky headspace right now.
I don't want to make your moment feel too short, but I feel like that's a good point to
Yeah, bye, all goddamn means.
let the Oracle explain the birds and bees and Gons and Titans to Leonis over an ale.
When Mommy Lion and Daddy God love each other way too much, Daddy turns into a lion and no. What?
That was legit my original pitch too, weirdly enough.
Sometimes Daddy Zeus is boring. I mean, Pythor.
Yeah, I was about to say, look, and sometimes Mommy and Daddy love each other very much, but sometimes Daddy wants to try new things, like that lion in the corner.
Oh, God.
I mean, Zeus became a swan, so I guess it's not too far off base.
Yeah.
Loki became a horse.
Okay, that would round us back around to the trio, which brings me to Eclipse.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go with that one. So, you guys are continuing your trek through the city, and there's a lot of people milling about, crowds, people darting back and forth. It's still pretty active, a lot of hubbub, high levels of conversation. And as you are watching and seeing, looking at what's going on, not really focusing on anything in particular, one of you all of a sudden feels yourself pushed roughly aside. And the next moment you realize there is a heavy, kind of really heavily decked out in silver polished armor, a centaur. They continue on walking. You don't really think anything much of it until you realize, well, the centaur is the one that shoved you aside. And they look back at you, only for a moment. Hey, watch where you're going.
Wait, who are they doing that to?
Let's say you, Nico. Since you decide to speak up.
Wait.
You got the Grim disease.
Yep.
I guess I'm sorry. It was kind of hard to get out of the way of two centaurs.
Really? So you're saying I'm big? You thought I was a horse? Did you?
Oh,
Only
fuck, it's
half.
a Karen.
Oh, so instantly now, just because I'm half a horse means I'm a whole horse, right? I demand an apology. You pushed into me. It's your fault.
I'm not gonna deal with this today. No, fuck that. Just
Would you
fuck
like?
off.
Oh, you really don't.
No, I really
I'm
don't.
sorry,
I have better things to do right now. Yeah? Thank you.
Yo, you really have things to do. You have things to do right here. You owe me an apology. You pushed into me as I was just minding my own business.
Busy making friends, Nico.
That's one way to say it.
Oh, you talking
Well,
about me? Is that I'm hearing you talking about me?
Well, it
Really?
appears here that the rather large individual here scuffed up against this individual here, and, well, they're having a disagreement of who pushed who.
It wasn't me. It was him. He pushed into me. I demand an apology.
This is a really strange way to get the affections of another man.
Ah, I get it. Look, pal, it's okay, but we're in a relationship, you know. I'm sorry, but good day to you.
Wait, you are?
Shut
I'm
up.
not letting you leave here without an apology.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Avoid.
You're going to see the centaur hold his ground and pull out a spear.
That's what we're gonna do. Stab me here in the middle of the streets with all the guards and all the shit.
If that's what it takes,
And then what?
we'll see.
Oh,
You
boy.
can either take this the easy way or the hard way. You can apologize, or we can take it further.
I don't want to kill a centaur in the middle of the streets.
There's not going to be anybody killing. It's just, this is crowded street. We're packed in like sheep. It's just, they say it's just crowded. We bump each other. Let's just go about our business. It's nobody's fault. It's just crowd.
You know,
Oh,
this
you
is
notice
really
by now
weird.
too that a large crowd has amassed, and people are looking at you and wondering what is going on.
I'm used to the native races going after the mortal races. It's odd to see a native on a native. I don't know how I feel about this.
Wow.
I'm so happy I'm getting drunk with Daddy right now.
I'm so sad I'm not getting drunk.
So, what is it going to be?
Fine. You know what? Fine. I don't know how to deal with this. I'm sorry all this happened. I'm sorry I bumped into you somehow. Let's just forget that happened and continue our way. Okay? You see the fakest smile you've ever seen in your life.
Your apology seems half sincere. I don't know if I really like that, but
Don't push it.
don't push it. You think you're pushing your luck. Would you like to care to keep going?
I just lean into Arena. So is this typically how centaurs and sirens do the deed or get close to it? Oh, come on, we're all Greek here.
I just lost my train of thought. Thanks a lot there.
The things that are best left unsaid.
Yeah, I know, right? Gee, thanks a lot, Blue.
The mating rituals of the Greek Centaur are very strange indeed.
Mm,
You know what? I said what I had to say. Bye now. He's gonna start walking away. See what happens.
personally, we don't get involved with centaurs as it's kind of a little bit of a mismatch
no.
in anatomy.
You see the centaur has a very stony expression. He's eyeing you pretty angrily, Nico. His spear is still brandished, holding his ground.
Yeah, Nico's just gonna turn 90 degrees and walk away. See what he does. I care none.
He's not too happy with your apology.
We're choosing the fuck around and find out option. Yes.
I imagine as Nico turns away, I'm just right there. So when you say you're in a relationship, do I get to know who it is? Who are we talking about? I know it's not Arena. I've been around you two long enough to know.
No, we're not we're of the same species, not the same. We're not like that. No, we're just friends.
Come on, Paul. You don't know the old play. You said you had a relationship, so they leave you alone.
Oh no! I'm not leaving this.
I think we already know who he's interested in. Just kind of eyeballs towards the oracle.
Tell you what. Well, the oracle's not here. Once I don't have someone threatening to stab me, we can talk about it. Now pretending to walk.
So never.
So you're walking? You're gonna walk away?
Yeah, I'm walking away. See what he does.
I'm keeping a side eye on him.
So the moment you try to walk away, you hear hoof stomping, and next thing the centaur is blocking you. I said I am not thrilled with your apology. It did not sound sincere. Would you care to try again, or maybe we can take this a step further?
Bro, I hate to say it, I think you have to kill a Centaur.
I'm just gonna stay silent at that one. That one was self-explaining.
Can any of you remind me what are the laws of the city about killing a centaur? Real quick.
I know the laws about killing basilisks.
Out of character, I have no fucking clue.
I mean, I know what I
What
would
the?
do.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Blue.
Nico has gone against the Alpha Karen.
Okay, look, pal. I don't care whatever you're asking for. Go, if you think I did something wrong, go look for a guard. If you don't, leave me alone or whatever. But I'm done with this.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm done.
You want to take this the hard way then, don't you?
You know, after the third time you keep doing the same threat, it loses the potency, you know?
Oh. Next thing
Do
you know...
something or fuck off.
With that, next thing you know, the spear is pointed directly at your chest.
Still standing there, fuck it.
I am so proud
I'm tired of this guy.
I am so proud of Nico.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
he's holding the ground. Seem they're both holding the ground.
Excuse me, Centaur. She pushes the spear away. Point that thing someplace else. He's mean you no harm. He gives his apology and you don't like it. That's not on him.
His gaze turns to you and says, "Why should I? He's the one that owes me the apology. He's the one that has done me the offense."
Don't make me get angry and don't make me get ugly.
Oh, would you like to join him on this? Would you also like to be the brunt of my anger?
Out of curiosity, could we move this to the amphitheater? Because at the very least, we should get paid for this show.
Right? Damn.
Might end up there.
I don't know how heavy hooves will match the sharp talons, my friend. It's not anybody's fault. Just be on your way. We've got things to do, and I'm sure you do too. Just be on your way.
Once I get my apology, I will. One that's sincere.
Maybe it's not a bad idea. Maybe we should just go to the amphitheater, don't you think?
The amphitheater?
Yeah, we could probably take it there.
Fine, lead the way.
All right.
Wait, for the record, you all realize an amphitheater and a coliseum are not the same thing, right?
As they walk, if they start to walk away, I'm gonna do that thing where you start walking ever so slowly, and then you stop and go the other direction.
Oh my god! Who said you could leave?
I'm just gonna keep walking. I wanna see if I can get to Vulcan's. No, Vulcan, no. Whatever the king is, the king's palace.
Oh, goody.
Oh. As you try to walk away, again, for the second time, this time it really makes the Centaur angry. He once again blocks your path. This time, he grabs you by the shirt. I did not say you could walk away. Give me my apology now or face the consequences.
I think this is what, the 5th threat? I don't know. Like I said, after the 3rd or 4th time, it loses the potency. You should drop it.
He's going to shove you to the ground, pin you down, and this time the spear is at your throat.
Hey, hold on. I'm not gonna
No
let him just do that without
anything.
What's that?
Nothing. I was just.
What?
I thought
just
I heard
thinking.
something.
Oh no, that was just out of character thinking.
Oh, okay.
Phrasing.
It's very simple. We can end this here and now. Just give me a sincere apology, and this can all be over.
Do I see any guard around me? Where is Rob when I need
You
him?
noticed you have noticed that the crowd has started amassing. I mean, there's a lot of people watching the commotion. It's starting to draw the attention of the guards, but not to the point where they're going to intervene quite yet.
If I look at the guard, I'm gonna say, really? Not intervene yet? He has a spear on my throat. Not enough for you?
It's almost to that point.
Or are you gonna wait for me to stab me?
As long as there's no exact killing, no.
Oh.
People have to learn how to settle their differences one way or another.
This is an interesting... fuck. If the guy keeps threatening, I'm basically going to attack him. So...
You want to attack him?
Yeah, of course I wanted to attack that dude.
Boo-boo!
I tried.
You know, I have to say, for all the flaws that Mythros has, I think I like Mythros more than Astoria. Still a unique experience here, though.
So let's see. Give me a minute.
I don't know. Centaurs bothering you in the street. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, where did you go? Where did you go? Wait a minute. Trying to find a bloody sheet. Where'd you go?
I wonder if I could do the same trick I did with the damn horn.
How long ago did we drink from that horn?
Like
I mean,
a
that was
day
like
or two?
at dawn, so...
How long
I'll say that would
have
be
we
the
been
night
in the
before.
city?
It would be around, let's go with a rule of thumb, say around midday or so. You guys, this event has been going on all day.
Would you say that we would have the benefits of a short rest?
That, I...
Because I don't know what the equivalent of walking around Las Vegas is.
Yeah, that's. I think that would be fair to say. I mean, it's light activity, quote unquote, traversing through a city.
Getting harassed by a Karen Centaur.
The worst of centaurs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If let's. Eclipse, are you good with a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't see why not.
Then anybody that would like to apply the effects of it, yeah, a short rest is fair.
I wonder if I gain anything on a short rest. I don't think druids do. I know wild chips, I think.
So, out of curiosity, how come we're settling like this? There's a festival with unlimited food. I say the person that can eat or drink the most, definitely in the right.
I just want to go drink with normal people.
You know, Nico, didn't you say something about being able to outdrink a centaur?
Oh,
Any
he's
centaur.
instigating. Oh.
Can I actually outdrink a centaur? Ugh, my constitution is maybe.
There we go.
Oh. Yeah, where the hell are we now?
It'll be you three.
About to see
Oh,
the
it's
battle of the
Florida.
ages. Nico versus
back in
the
the rock.
Alpha Karen.
Token.
Oh wait, this is in Florida. Never mind.
Mm.
Enough for small favors.
I'll do what I want you to do.
Questions to the GM.
Hey, how are you doing?
Are buttermilk waffles a thing in Greece?
Considering I don't know when I think the waffle iron wasn't made until when?
Okay, that is
Maybe the
weird.
equivalent of a crepe, maybe.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Boy.
So, question about the lore. I remember the first war was against Etins, but the centaurs were also part of it.
Eaten.
Come again?
I remember they fighting the six armed giants, but I don't remember nothing about centaurs. Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't.
Giants were the primary force, which was fought in the first war. Centaurs are definitely on the side of giants, though. They are a native race to Thalia, and as such, take a lot of lean a lot into Sidon and the same stuff there. Like the army that is currently outside Astoria is mainly centaurs.
I just do. Okay, this is weird. I somehow just enlarged every solitary thing on my computer, including the desktop. What the hell I just did? Now I can't barely see anything.
Whoops.
Yeah. It's like completely enlarged. It's even, I'm sure, the desktop too. I do not know what I hit.
Oops.
I have such a stupid idea for this combat, too.
Yeah, as soon as I can figure out how to make everything back to regular size.
I mean, we can always go with the time-tested theater of the mind.
As a worst case.
We're probably gonna need that because I'm not planning to fight this dude. I have a more stupid idea.
Well, the apology would have worked. If it was a little more sincere, but I wasn't too thrilled.
Well, fuck him.
I think that's the idea.
I know, best way. Fucking all. Oh my god, I don't know why it's not going back to normal. What did I do? I do not know.
Did you accidentally do a control scroll maneuver?
I doubt it.
Because that will enlarge it. That will enlarge everything.
It's not reverting. I mean, generally it would only do it for the browser, but it's enlarged my desktop on top of it. I mean, it's like 3 times bigger than normal.
Whoops.
I'm scrolling, and I cannot see the bottom of anything. It's ridiculous. Okay.
Should we use Theater of the Mind?
Oh my god, I don't know what I did. This is funny.
I mean, Theater of the Mind's not that bad, guys.
It's all good. Eclipse, if you tell me what you want to be moved, I could. Otherwise,
it would be
Theater of the Mind would be.
Theater of the Mind would work too, only because I'm experiencing technical difficulties and struggling to try to figure out why it won't revert. I don't know what I hit. I really don't. It's weird.
I sent whisper to GM. No one's answering. Oh, you wait a minute. Duh.
I can't see it. Everything literally is like super enlarged.
No worries. So the encounter is Gaia is not. Oops.
Do it.
Gaia went to go be a tree.
Yeah, she's still at the dragon shrine at the moment.
Okay. So Gaia is out. We have, what was it, one Centaur?
Yeah, just one Centaur.
3. Gilliman is currently enjoying his time being a private eye, and Linus is enjoying his other private business.
Enjoying is a very strong phrase.
Are you sure Leonius isn't enjoying it?
He's in Daddyville.
He was happy when he got the hammer. His happiness ended when people kept reminding him, all right, you're the son of a god. And it's just like, God, fuck.
His brain is fried. Poor Leonis.
Whoa, well, there goes the map.
Yeah, don't worry, that's me. I'm
Okay.
trying to select. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
me.
like
I'm trying to get
seem
that
like
little
this
red circle in the middle.
landscape.
I mean, I can probably distract Leonius with relative success.
Ooh.
All I have to do is go
Ooh,
up and
that's
ask if I can marry his sister.
That's one way to distract him.
Yeah, you know, suicide. That's a great way to distract me.
He'll be too busy murdering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looked. Oh, this is trippy.
Oh, nice.
Well, there you go.
Doesn't
That's
seem
good
like a
sign.
display. So trippy.
See, one of the weird things about this module's way it applies to Roll20 is that there is the appendix where it'll show you the monster to
got
click
it.
upon, but there's an entirely different area you have to click on to actually get the sheet, and that's frustrating.
Yeah, definitely
Dang it.
not ideal.
Optimization, everybody. It's an important thing.
There
Be
we
sure
go.
to implement it.
If it flows, it goes.
Is that Sticks the Goblin's quote?
No, actually, that's my own personal quote.
Sounds like something Sticks would say.
It probably is something Six would say, but his meaning would be vastly different from mine.
Ain't that the truth?
Properly. Okay, there we go.
Alright, Eclipse, are you back in?
Yeah, I figured out what it was. It's the magnifier. Roll20. Didn't realize it blew everything all to Kingdom Come. Jeebus. Thank God.
Right. We have the initiatives up. It looks like Nico with the nat 20 is going to be first up, followed by Bubo,
Okay.
Centaur, Serena.
There it is.
And
Okay.
you are free to take it over.
All right. Doesn't start to go. Just gotta find out. Oh, there they are. Alrighty, we are good. I'm all set. So, Nico, you're up.
Sure. You said we gather a crowd of people around us, right?
Yes.
In the map, how far are they?
I want to say maybe about 15 to 30 feet away. They're not like they're close enough to where they can actually see what's going on, but not close enough to be involved in the battle itself.
I'm not gonna kill a Centaur in the middle of the city. I'm gonna walk away, basically. So if he wants to attack, that's fine.
Oh, he's going to take a attack of opportunity then.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna launch a pike at you. Shoot over so I can see. Yeah. There it goes. Nope.
It's
Not
gonna
any
miss.
of that. Yeah, that's a dead miss. You just watch as a pike comes flying your way as you're trying to move and just embeds itself in the ground next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk as close as I can from the crowd, and I imagine walking through a crowd is pretty difficult, right?
I would say, yeah, difficult terrain.
Cool. So imagine doing it for a centaur will be also very difficult. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wild shape into a squirrel and dash into the crowd.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm loving this.
Yeah,
I've seen a squirrel before. I saw it use
it rode me.
only as a Gundam, so
That's a way to say it.
All right then. Well, Bubo, what you gonna do?
Small correction before Boobo goes. I apologize.
No problem.
This dim phase is supposed to act on Arena's turn, so it doesn't get its own initiative.
Okay, that's right. So then, yeah, it's in that order wrong. So then that would come out and be down. So how do you reorder the initiative?
You just click the delete button over Boobo's icon.
Okay.
There you go. Yep.
All right, then it'll be up to the Centaur. So he's gonna get angry as he notices Nico slowly start to back away and then suddenly morph into a small creature, disappearing into the milling crowd around. Gonna pursue, but
you know when in the caricatures anime they put like one finger on one eye and they put their tongue out to like bother people, like
Oh, that.
Yeah, and you see Nico does that face and he starts to shrink into a squirrel and then gets into the
you just that's
fuck
hilarious.
this centaur.
This Centaur is pissed. He tries to chase after you, but when he gets to the crowd, he starts to try to push past people, but he can't quite figure out where the hell you went. So he's gonna stop right there. And we pass off to Arena. What you gonna do?
I'm sorry, I was muted. I sent a whisper and nobody ever answered. I was trying to stop this 5 minutes ago while we're still in the street.
Oh, you know I couldn't see anything until I figured out why my screen was maximized.
Okay. Taking his back is to me.
Yes.
Not a good idea. She is going to try the same thing she did with the horn. She's going to try to Indiana Jones that whatever weapon is in his hand out of his hand with her whip.
Okay, so that would be, I believe, a acrobatics check.
Well, I'm in whip range, so I don't know.
There's no way you can do that though, mechanically. Unless you have disarming attack. Do you have disarming attack?
True. Yeah. Think about. Yeah, I don't think you would be able to do that.
Nah.
Or at least maybe sting him to turn him around. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was able to grab the horn with it, but okay.
That was flavor. And
that's a little different. Yeah, it's a little different. It's more like you're actually trying to pull the Centaur's weapon physically away. It's not like you're just snapping a plain item from off a table or so. I mean, you can either attack or you can also attempt to walk away. I mean, the Centaur's attention is on where Nico went, so.
Me and Bilbo will take this opportunity and dash away.
All right. So then when it's back to the Centaur, he really can't figure out where Nico went, honestly. So I'm going to say that he starts pushing through the crowd, but ends up pretty much lost. We will say that it pretty much ends the combat. He can't
How do you
figure it
keep-
out.
How do you keep a horse's ass in suspense? Turn into a squirrel and run.
It works.
I wanna say,
It
I
works.
wanna try to reach the palace, find Leonius in my squirrel form.
All right.
I wanna drive a mech.
God fucking damn it.
So as
I
Miko
knew
tries
that's
to
why
get
you
to
did
the
it too.
crowd, dashes into the crowd. The Centaur's left confused and, well, pretty much just cussing up a storm. Doesn't know what to do from there. Guess he ain't getting this apology.
No, hold
No,
on.
he's not.
Hold on, no. Like, if you reach me and inform me there's an angry centaur after you, I'm gonna do the big brother thing.
No, I don't want to kill the centaur. That's what I'm avoiding.
Well, that's why you let me kill the centaur, because I give no fucks.
No one kills the centaur when it's a centaur army outside the city. That might be bad for the city.
What if I promise I'm not gonna kill it? I'm just gonna beat the shit out of it.
Well, it's always non-lethal.
No, it's
is
fine.
fine.
I wanna put that encounter back and drink it out of my memory.
Damn it, I was literally gonna rage and grapple the fucking
Alright,
thing. I was gonna drag it in front of my father and then beat the shit out of it.
All right, then we
That
will
would've
say
been
it's
funny.
That's over. This was hilarious.
That was good,
Oh
though.
my
That was
God.
clever.
Oh,
Up there, you
shit.
big horse. He's just like thinking, up there, you big horse's ass.
Okay, so we're back in Astoria. That was funny. Oh my God.
Yeah, look that one up.
From the trio, that rounds us back around to Gilliman. I believe, last I checked, you were looking out for Lambordia.
Yes, Lemuria, the last on my list.
Yes, at this point, I would also offer that it's now starting to get into evening. We've passed midday. I'm sort of just ticking by the hours every time we go to the top of this turn order, quote unquote.
Sure.
So, Lemuria.
But unless it gets abysmally late, Gilliman is going to absolutely continue to try to find her.
Yeah, I got you. I just wanted to clarify because I know time is a factor for some people.
Sure.
Lemuria, you find her within the dragon's tooth. As it takes, after some searching, you find your way back towards the dragon's tooth, which is the most well-known inn in the city, to realize that Lemuria seems to be currently working as one of the term's not quite busser, but staff of the Dragon's Tooth.
Okay. Well, seeing as that she's working, Gilliman will at first look around for essentially her boss. I don't want to seem like a Karen, but he is looking for the manager of the establishment.
We go from one to another.
Yeah.
Looking for the owner of the... I can certainly provide that. Let me just grab... Doug Dimmadome.
I'm Dimmadome.
That's right, Doug Dimmadome of Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Turning to a yokai table. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, Grim has a thing.
Damn ideas.
It's basically
Those ideas.
to your mental state, so yeah.
Well, you can't
That
see
would've been
that
bad.
in Greek exactly. I don't think there's anything that's similar to it.
There are curses.
There are curses, but it's not one for one.
What, you don't think the curses never turn you into monsters?
Exactly.
These work a little differently, and they are completely based off the players themselves and how they act.
That's fair.
Like, it's weird. I'm happy I haven't really tried to really use the mechanic because no one's actually hit 10 on it yet. A number of them have gotten close.
Hi.
More likes to dance the line.
Mori's gonna die.
Probably.
Surprising.
Alright. The owner and the parent. The owner of the establishment looked to be a wiry old white-haired man named Delphon.
Okay. I will approach him. Greetings. A moment of your time, sir.
Taking a moment to look you up and down, he greets you with a brief smile. Says, you're one of the heroes, right?
Yes, and I have some urgent business that I need to attend to in regards to your establishment. I realize it is busy hours for you right now, but I was hoping to have just a few moments of the time of a one Lemuria. I need to ask her some questions, and it will only take a couple of minutes. May I borrow her for a moment?
He looks a bit surprised at the request before his eyes naturally glance towards where she's currently working, before nodding his head, saying, certainly, I can at least spare a few minutes. Yeah, certainly, a few minutes.
Thank you very much for humoring me in this situation. I'll leave a few silver on the table, like I'll leave 3 silver on the counter for him. I'd greatly appreciate it. Once again, I shan't be long. Miss Lemuria, excuse me. Excuse me, sir, Mr. Patron. Lemuria, yes, hello.
Looking a bit surprised and somewhat like not quite a deer in headlights sort of scenario, but nearly. Lamore says, yes, I'm sorry, I can't really, I really must be...
I'm busy. I've already talked to your boss. He's given you leave for a couple of minutes, and I really do need to speak with you about recent events, if you catch my meaning.
He gave you... I see. Okay. How... could we step to the side?
Oh, absolutely, please. I would like to do this in a more quiet setting. We can step outside for just a moment.
Okay. Brushing her hands off onto the clothing, the extra layer of clothing she has as her uniform, she follows you outside.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me like this. I would first like to assure you that you are in no trouble or in any danger of being in any trouble. I simply wish to ascertain the truth of the situation. I have already spoken with Bophius and Jarius, and they were most enlightening upon their accounts of the situation. And with that in mind, I would like to speak to you about your time with the Dryad.
Do we have to?
I'm afraid I must insist. It is of great importance, and the actions that may or may not be taken really does depend upon the information that I am able to acquire from all parties accounted for.
If you must, but I'm not sure how much I could be of assistance.
It's all right, just give me your honest answers as best you can. Now then, about for how long would you say your stay with the Dryad was?
A few weeks, I think.
Okay, that holds true. Did you at any time feel that you were being held against your will, or were in any form of danger while under the Dryad's establishment?
Not particularly. I remember the I don't know what the term is. The not satyrs.
The little goat things, yes, I recall them.
Yes, those things. I remember there being moments where they would look at us oddly. Um, make
Oddly.
me. Yes. It made me feel um like being inspected. I suppose would be the best word.
I
But
see. So you would say that there were times when they acted suspicious.
I suppose so.
Okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Um, at one point, Callie, if you recall her, fled from the Dryad's establishment while being chased by those goatkins. It's how we came across her. She begged us to, quote, come and save her friends, and I assume she meant you and your lot. Do you have any idea why she might feel as though she were in danger at the Dryad's establishment?
I don't think so. I mean, she was one of the dryads, and here Lemuria takes a moment to test the word, as though uncertain, um, in using it, before saying, before she was one of the brightest, I suppose you could say, one of the most respected. I can't think of her being ever in danger there.
Very well, very well. I see. So you could say she was probably showed favor then with the Dryad.
Yes, I think I would say so. Her and
Okay,
a few others.
okay. Fair, fair, fair. Um, why, might I ask, did you go to the Dryad? Did you seek her out? Did she seek you out? How did you come to be with her?
Lemuria takes a second to run a hand through a few locks of hair that fall over to the side of her face, saying, I don't see how that's really relevant.
Well, it actually is very relevant. If the Dryad coerced you in any way, used magic to lure you in, then it could mean that she is attempting to lure others in. And further information that I will reveal in the interview could display why that is of great concern to me. Whereas if you went to her willingly, well, that's another matter entirely.
She didn't coerce me, no.
And at no point in time did you recall her using any form of malicious magic upon you?
No.
No? Okay, okay. So exactly how did you come to her? Jarius and Bophius, I believe, obliged to tell me that they had gotten lost at one point while in the woods, and that the Dryad came upon them. Would you say that's an accurate description of how you came to meet with the Dryad? Or were there other circumstances?
She takes a moment to roll her eyes and says, Bovius is a fool that got tricked into going outside of the city walls.
Ah,
I
really?
But that really doesn't apply here. Is there any other questions?
Who tricked him?
I think it was one of his friends.
I see. So a bit of maybe a camaraderie prank, as it were.
Yes.
Okay, that is fair. Now, at one point in time, my comrades and I, we discovered a bunch of unconscious individuals in a field of mushrooms. Were you aware that those individuals were present?
Yeah, there was what? 2, 3?
A few, yes. And were you aware that do you know how exactly they came to occupy that location and be unconscious?
Some people opted for something stronger than the ale offered.
I see. Yes, Bophius and Jarius both told me as much. Lastly, and this is the disturbing part, my companions and I, while in the kitchen, discovered the corpses of several humanoid individuals. Yes.
I don't want to hear this. I'm going to go
You-
back to work.
I see. Interesting. Very well then. Have a good evening, madam.
Enjoy your night.
As you. And with that, let's see. He doesn't really know where Callie's location is. So with that, Gilliman is actually going to head up toward the palace.
Okay. Also, it's not apropos of anything, but I rediscovered what her name was, and it was Karina.
Karina, that was it.
That's
Okay.
what it was, yeah.
Okay. Karina. Got it. Let me change that. All right. Wow, I've got a couple pages of notes here. Excellent. All right, and that essentially concludes Rabote's side quest until he arrives at the king's establishment.
Okay. That brings us around to the King's Palace, which is currently, in this evening hour, still in full swing. Leonis, you're having a hell of a time keeping up at this point. Your impressive constitution, laden with your latent demigod physique, has allowed you to keep drinking, but it's not a match for Pythor's own unique brand of constitution. That said, you could have taken the time to take breaks as you please. The Oracle is still around here somewhere, floating in this small event hall as it is now. The party seems to have flowed out from the throne room into something more proper, a long rectangular space that likely once fit a large dining room table that has now been pushed out and away. You've seen a few familiar faces pass this way and that. A couple of obviously respectable people that have stopped in to just give notice or share a small drink with Pythor before continuing on their ways. Noticeably, one of the older gentlemen that stops by has with him his own daughter, apparently, which looks vaguely familiar to you. You're not the best with human faces because they all sort of look the same.
That's
If you
racist,
think,
but not wrong.
if you think Leonis would have an interest in this, you can roll a history and we can roll with it.
Let me think. Is it something that does not relate to the fact that I am son to a literal god and coming from a lineage of gods and my family trauma is horrifying? Yeah, I'll roll a history check. I'll do that. Yeah. Anything to distract me from trying to stupidly outdrink a freaking god because I thought that was a good idea. I rolled a 7.
7. You know you've seen her recently, but the context is completely different than a ball, a small partying event hall that you're currently in. So it doesn't come immediately to mind. It'll probably come to you later.
Yeah, I'll probably see something that reminds me of a fight that was closely associated with her.
Right, of course. Pythor is, as I said before, greeting guests as they come and go. It is in this moment where, shortly after, you have this small viewing of somebody familiar that, curiously enough, in the moment of shoot, why am I forgetting the name? I should not be forgetting the name.
That's okay. If it wasn't for nameplates and, Discord tags, I forget everyone's name.
Yeah, help me. The goddess of poetry.
Oh,
Kyra?
I've got that written down.
Oh,
Kyra, yeah.
Yeah,
Goddess
Kyra.
of music and trickery.
Thank you.
No.
trickery.
No.
Ooh.
No.
It is
Yes.
in this moment as the poet, who coincidentally shares the name with the goddess, is currently enacting a somewhat bawdy song in the middle of this event to the chorus of much drunken splendor that, oddly enough, a squirrel arrives, seemingly in a mad or hurried frenzy, making its way towards you. Feels almost kind of familiar to have a squirrel running at you with such a determined look upon it.
If I had a copper for every time this has happened in my life, I'd have 2 copper. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice now. Please don't be a gnome.
As you say that, the squirrel's going to basically jump, turn into Nico midair, and sit. Never call me like that again.
Oh, thank my father. Oh,
Also,
God.
please tell me you haven't drinking everything.
Only 1, 2. And then
Leonius just holds up like 3 fingers.
that many kegs.
Well, if you don't mind me, today I discovered that centaurs are, well, assholes. So
Well, we did.
I shall
kill
join you.
We did kill a number, so yes, they are definitely. You're not talking about when we fought the centaurs.
Yeah, attack
Leonis,
first.
as you're mentioning fighting the centaurs, it suddenly comes back to you like a bolt of lightning. Karina, that was her name.
I fucking
You
called
bet.
it.
Wait, who?
Karina, the lady you met, the young woman you met outside of the woods to the south that gave you the quest to move to the Mossy Temple.
Yeah.
The one Blue was seeking here a moment ago.
Oh,
Well,
you see her.
yes. Linus, that comes at you as a bolt from the blue as the fighting suddenly jogs the memory.
I fucking called it. If it relates to fighting, I'll remember it like a fucking vivid memory. Vivid dream. Weird.
It is only a moment later that Arena and Palace arrive not too far behind their wayward, squirrelish companion.
And I'm telling you, it wouldn't shut up. Apology for the, apology for that. Jeez.
Well, why didn't you just come get me?
You run too fast as a squirrel.
That's the point. I don't want to kill a centaur in the middle of the streets when they are an army outside. It might cause a politic. I don't want to get into politics.
Political uproar, yes, we get it. He was acting like a horse's ass, more like a centaur. Yes, we get this.
So, don't kill Centaur. Beat shit out of Centaur. Problem is solved.
For the moment, until horse's ass finds him again.
I don't think he will do anything here in the palace.
Well, that all
And if he
depends.
does, I want to see this.
If the Centaur
Nico.
feels like its honor was damaged, it probably will seek you out. Or if it just fancies you.
He claims he bumped into him in the street, and the streets are crowded for this stuff. Centaur's acting like a pompous ass.
Go ahead, Hyloch.
Yeah, I'm good. Nico, as this conversation happens and you mention liking to see him try, you feel, coincidentally, 2 arms encircle you.
There's no way.
Thankfully,
no.
they're a lot more slender than the
Okay.
centaurs.
Oh, no!
Oh yeah!
Oh no.
As you hear a slightly slurred voice of the oracle say, "You're
Oh,
much
and
better.
she's drunk.
You're much better with feathers than fur."
You okay?
Oh, delightful.
I can tell where's Rob. I look around. Is he
Right?
here?
He's not here yet, no.
You know what? I suddenly don't want to be here anymore.
Forgive me. The oracle says, "I know a place we can go."
You know what? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Guys, don't wait for me. Let's go. If Rob asks, I wasn't here. Paul, shut up.
I am confused. What is happening?
I'm leaving. That's what's happening.
Well, you just got here.
And
As-
Duty calls. What can I say?
Duty
I'm
calls.
enjoying this immensely.
Jesus.
As you guys, as Nico and the Oracle make a disappearance, first through the crowd and then through one of the adjoining doors, it is almost coincidental, the clinking of metal armor as a stalwart paladin enters in through the front, finding his way to the main hall by following the sounds of merriment and splendor. You find Linus, as he is rather easy to spot, and then from him you can notice that a palace and arena are also nearby.
Meow.
Ah, excellent.
So, do you think that the Oracle gets her powers from mostly being drunk like that, or do you think this is a... Oh, hi. Hi, Rob. How you doing?
Hello, what's this about the Oracle? Where's Nico?
Oh,
Has anyone seen Nico?
I remember
well,
Squirrel.
funny you should mention that.
Yes.
No one kicks him. Okay. Well, they said that they were going to a private place.
Her and the Oracle?
I hate you.
Or Nico and the Oracle? Private? Oh, he
Yeah.
must need more information about his future. I'll leave them be for now. Although I do need to talk with my dear aunt about some rather concerning things, but that can wait for later.
True. But
Anyway.
if you need to find them, they went down that way, I think.
Ah, excellent. Thank you. I will make good use of that information in about 8 minutes from now, when things should be in the swing.
Oh.
Oh, God.
You're lucky I'm not there. Oh, well, I'm lucky I'm not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so, for the time being, I must say to my group that we might have to postpone things for yet one more day, if you will give me leave to do so. If not, I understand our mission as the quote-unquote chosen of the Oracle must take precedence, but there is some rather disturbing business that I feel that I must attend to, or at the very least, ensure is handled. Has anyone seen Pythor?
They all point. I think he's over there. He's the one with the big mug.
Literally just points to the also very large man next to him.
You see a similarly statured man, yes, who seems to be in the midst of holding what may be a drinking contest, but it doesn't seem to be with anyone in particular. It seems to be with whoever is sitting adjacent or across from him, which seems to be a revolving amount of people. So perhaps he's having a drinking contest with a group of people rather than one?
I think he's just trying to challenge the entire city at this point. Jesus.
You know what? Actually, I think it can wait until morning. His daughter was graciously saved, and he has much to be thankful for, and tonight is a night of celebration. I think my business with Pythor can wait until the morrow, which actually accelerates my plans for currently. I must retire and seek out the Oracle in regards to my plans to try and get in contact with my grandfather. But you
Please don't say
enjoy
that
the
word.
evening. My friends, my compatriots, you enjoy this evening and enjoy the feast. On the morrow, we shall discuss plans of what to do and where to go. Now then, did my aunt go? And,
right down that way.
thank you, yes. And, Gilliman will head, down the hall toward, where the Oracle is.
One thing before you go.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, I'm not gonna say anything.
Very
I feel
well.
like I'm forgetting something and I can't remember what.
Are you
Well,
drunk?
I'm sure it will
Little
come
bit.
to you when you are less inebriated, my strong friend. By the way, that is a very fascinating new hammer you have there. Where did you get it?
Oh, that reminds me, we gotta see Vulcan tomorrow too.
Oh, well, you'll hear no complaints from me for going to see another of the five gods, I'll tell you that for sure. I look forward to discussing the matter with you on the morrow.
I don't look forward to discussing the matter with my grandfather.
Your grandfather?
Why is
Very well.
everyone here affiliated with gods?
Because I was born from one. My life has
And
gotten
we
too
are
complicated.
And we do seem to be the chosen for a reason, unfortunately. Now then, to
Right.
the Oracle. So, Gilliman will then make way down toward the Oracle.
Nope, I'm 3 kegs in, and it doesn't relate to fighting. Leonius would not remember to stop him.
What are
Have
you
fun,
doing?
Rob!
Before I get to that, those of you still at the party, is there anything further you'd like to do? If not, I will assume that you'll be having sharing in the merriment for the next long while.
Hoopla, hoopla.
Yes, I would like to write my last will and testament.
Oh yeah, sure, my sister's in the corner somewhere. By all means, see how that goes.
Got
Drunken Leonius with new magic hammer. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
You gotta test it out on something. You haven't tested it yet.
Hey, Palace!
Come here for a second.
I have not hit on your sister yet. By the way, she's single.
Yet.
The fact that you use the word yet.
Keyword.
I jest.
I hear the face meat is the best meat on a human.
You know, personally, I always hear it's the thigh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I always hear that it's Bofa.
Both.
Shut up!
Where do you think the name Bofius comes from?
Oh, jeez.
What are we doing?
I don't,
I
don't know.
know. I said it.
Where
first.
I'm
Spiraling out of control, I think.
True. I'm gonna light a match.
And watch it gleam?
I get it.
Oh, that took me a minute.
Yeah, jeez.
So that leaves. So Nico has ran off with the Oracle.
I'm back.
Those of you that are with the party are simply enjoying yourselves. Rob, you have set out to follow after
The Oracle, yeah.
the Oracle. You are pointing the direction. As you are leaving the entrance hall through the way you were pointed, you run, or bump rather, nearly into a young woman, brunette, who stops suddenly and says, "Oh, leaving so soon?"
Well, I was on the way to speak with... Do I know you? Wait. Are you Karina?
No, I'm not. Are you looking for Karina?
Well, yes, but, it really doesn't matter too much at this point. May I ask who you are?
Honora.
Honora. Well, very good to meet you, Honora. I can't shake it. You look so familiar. May I ask, might we know each other from somewhere?
Perhaps. Were you just leaving the party? Would you, if you'd like to discuss it, we could rejoin.
I would like to rejoin the festivities, but alas, duty comes before pleasure, and I am a paladin of an oath, and duty is one of those oaths, so I must uphold to that. But if you would like to speak with me later, I can make myself more available.
You're a paladin of the five gods?
I am, at your service, my lady, and at the service of Astoria.
Do you listen to requests from the gods?
I try my best, yes.
What about demigods?
Demigods? Well, if they are in service of the five, then I suppose so, yes.
Well, you said you are at my service, no?
Well, as much as I'm at the service of every citizen of Astoria, and of Mitros. Why do you ask?
Well, it seems to me that you have just been given a request from a demigod as a paladin, and for some reason you are rejecting it.
I wouldn't reject a proposition from a demigod, especially one who's in the service of the five. Why? Did someone make a request of me? Rob will look about the room.
As you look about the room, you feel the woman bump into you slightly as she loops an arm around one of yours and begins guiding you back to the party. My own. Now, you said your name was...
Rabote Gilliban.
That's
Yes.
a lovely name. Are you perhaps related to somebody in town?
Well, I must admit that the Oracle is my aunt, and I am one of the chosen few, as seen such by fate, to go upon the tasks in an attempt to prevent catastrophe from befalling the land of Thalea, but I am also the brother of Horus, of the mining company, of the family Gilliban. Perhaps you know me by that. Now, I'm sorry. Back up for a second. You said demigod? Are you a demigod, my lady?
It is at this moment, Rob, where a distant bell strikes in your head, and you remember that Pythor's daughter's name is Honora.
My word, you're Pythor's daughter. Honora, of course. I'm so sorry, my lady. Gilliman will quickly take a knee and beg for Honora's hand as he kisses it with respect. Had I known it was you, I'm terribly sorry. My manners are absolutely atrocious. Of course I am at your service. How may I be of assistance?
Well, you can start by rising and joining me at a table.
Oh, very well. I suppose a bit of merriment is warranted, and can't be of any harm. And business can wait until tomorrow.
With that, I feel that you guys will be ending the night within the King's Palace in your own places. It'll be a night of revelry, cheerment, ale, and fun. Let's have that be a long rest for you all, if you would care for it. And it is 9:40. We usually go to, what is it, 10,
Oh, yeah.
10:30?
Yeah, 10,
Yeah.
about.
Oh, 10, 3:30, yeah. If you'd like, we can simply come up with a decision of where you guys proceed next time and cut it there, with you guys having spent your day of rest within Astoria and setting off in the morrow to wherever you please, or fulfilling whatever final task you have in Astoria.
Sounds good to me, yeah. Yeah, let's see, tomorrow, I suppose Rob's preeminent task at hand will be to inform Pythor of the conclusion that he has drawn from his interviews with the for lack of a better word, survivors of the Dryad incident, and will try and to impress upon Pythor the importance of dealing with the Dryad, lest more citizenry be ensnared in her trap. And whether or not Rob has to go and deal with that himself is another matter entirely. He would probably try to get not his current compatriots, as it doesn't involve them, but at least a retinue of guards, of at least a force of some size that he could go and face the Dryad once more. After that, he would, of course, need to see the Oracle. But yeah, then after that, he's absolutely 100% for going to the Mithril Mine. But anyway, that's Rob's 2 cents. I hate talking so much as I am now hogging the spotlight, so somebody please talk.
Oh, that's not the only thing you're hogging right now.
You're gonna die.
Rob is a respectful gentleman. He would not refuse the innocent pleas of a princess for an evening of company.
Yeah, I'm sure Leonis will see it that way.
Yeah, you know, the guy
sure.
that literally willingly was going to fight 3 basilisks for her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Innocent better be
Nothing-
the key word of your interaction there, bro.
Yep.
Also, goddamn, I have to applaud Blue. That was really amazing for the investigation. That was cool shit.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do something like that where I actually play kind of a cop character, and Rob's past of being with the Centurions of Mitros really came into effect there. I tried to make him kind of like a cop scenario, but yeah, it was really fun.
That was
I love that.
really good.
Well done.
You're like an aggressive
Thank you.
Jehovah's Witness. It was beautiful.
A little bit, yeah.
Grim was talking about you with a tiny notepad. I just imagined you with a cigarette and one of those hats.
L.A.
Man,
Noir, press exit down.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
imagine every time he said, "Remember, you are in no trouble," I was like, "That's a fucking lie."
That is always a lie. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Well, depending on their answers, it might very well have been a lie.
That is such a cop answer too. God, that was unsettling.
Right? I did a little research for this.
I noticed. It was really on point and scary.
I loved it. It was fun. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to do that, Hyloch and Eclipse. That was really great and a lot
no
of fun.
problem.
I'm legit picturing just a paladin does nothing but traffic stops now. And it's
Little
frightening.
bit. Yeah.
Let me see.
So,
your identification.
Yeah, so what's on everybody else's agenda? Where does everybody else's character think they're going with tomorrow? Or the tomorrow in game, obviously, not
Right.
tomorrow.
Well, I know Leonius would, sadly, because someone was going to remind him just through the hammer alone that to go visit Vulcan. Leonius doesn't want to, but at the same time, can't deny the benefits of it. Just really doesn't want to.
No.
This-
Sorry, dogs.
Nico will just avoid drop like the plague. And
Nico, why do you smell like my aunt's perfume?
Why
do
do
you
you
use
smell
the
like
same
my
brand?
sister?
Meanwhile, Alex is just immune, apparently, no matter how hard he tries to fuck things up.
I think that's Blue's problem. Every time he tries to fuck something up, it just happens this way. Only this time it's a demigod, not a hag. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Well, the hag didn't have a lion.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
Oh.
Okay, so what is everybody else feeling? Nico, what's your idea? Where does your character want to go with on our next interlude, our next session?
Round 3.
I mean, we kind of gotta. Well, yeah, but
Round 3. It took me a minute.
Oh.
We kind of have to go to the forge and to the necropolis, so either of those is fine.
Okay.
After hearing definitely about a centaur,
Oh my God.
Leonius would
Oh, yeah,
be
that came out.
very stern
Oh,
about
come on.
maybe keeping the party together, even if we're just doing things for ourselves. Because the next time a centaur wants to pick a fight, Leonius wants to be there. Because he's going to
True.
find a fucking centaur in the street to prove a point.
Yeah, definitely seeing that.
So does this mean you're gonna keep Rob close too?
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I'm keeping
we'll see.
Rob especially close.
Oh, that's the Southwest.
Well, we would certainly need to conclude with the night's revelry to see where the alcohol takes us first.
Yes, sit next to me, friend.
I feel like Leonius wakes up in the morning with no memory of why, but a need to make Rob prove himself to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's kind of where I'm
God,
going to. I love the Hawk knows where my brain goes.
Man, so
So,
much family drama in
yeah.
this party.
Well,
So,
it is Greek.
Yeah, it's Greek, so.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it is Greek. It is
all
very
Greek here.
Greek.
I mean,
We
for
are
God's
Greeking
sakes,
it up.
my story is literally Zeus was horning one day. That's
Yeah,
my
there you go.
backstory. That's just what it
So Arena, what is on Arena's mind for the next session? Where's she at with where she
Well,
wants to go?
she's contemplating on how the hell she's going to figure out her little riddle that the Oracle teased her with.
Ah. So you might have some business with the Oracle as well. Interesting.
Probably not the same as Nico's, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the same.
I don't know.
But you,
Ah,
I mean, you don't know where to go, right? The Oracle told you to go to the necropolis and find
Mhm.
someone with weird name.
Okay. And last but not least, what is on Palace's mind more?
Palace is definitely wanting to go to the necropolis more than anything else. However,
Absolutely.
after the last time he made a request of the group only to be denied, he's now pretty much
Ooh.
just in a state of his opinion doesn't matter.
Ooh, I see. Trouble in paradise, sort of a situation. Trouble
Not
with the
really
group.
paradise.
No, that's for two
Yeah,
other
that's
members
true.
of the party if mistakes are made, I think.
True.
What is this
Yeah,
fucking
and
love
Palace-
quadrangle?
yeah, Palace was, I think, one of the only ones to not swear the oath to the group as well. So things
Oh,
are
yeah.
definitely developing there. This is interesting.
Which is one of the reasons why I don't think it's going to get to that point, but I'm not considering retiring Palace, but Palace is definitely considering ditching the party since he can't get what he needs, because really that's the only reason he's traveling with you.
Right, absolutely. Well, this sounds like we might have quite a few interesting events happening in the next session.
Actually,
Um,
I think I got
yeah,
it fixed
hopefully,
for, I think I got it fixed for the
hopefully that
Palace
sheds hopefully that sheds some light on the situation for you, Hyloch.
Yes, I'm hearing. So plans for next time is meeting with Vulcan and Exterminatus, and then the Mythical Monarch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll
We'll just have to see. But anyway, I do need to be going. So I must take my leave of you guys, but it was wonderful being able to play D&D with you guys again, and I look forward to next month and having a great time with you guys once more. And
Stay
with that,
longer,
Oh,
please.
yes.
We don't talk long enough.
I'm
Bye,
so
Boo.
sorry, but I
Yeah.
must be going, and I will see you all then.
Bye.
Have a great evening, and have a great Christmas, everybody. Have a great Christmas and a grand New
Oh
Year.
yeah.
You
too.
too,
Yep.
Blue.
You
Merry
too, Blue.
Christmas, Blue.
Merry Christmas.
Bye,
Happy New
everybody.
Year.
Hopefully Rob survives Leonius's little trial.
Yeah, right. Hopefully. All right. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
And with that, I think that's a good time to do the end of the video. And as usual, I hope you all enjoyed. And if you all did enjoy, a great way of showing that support, as always, is by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and of course sharing it with your friends. And just tuning in next week. Well, not next week for this. Next month for this, sadly. to see what happens next. I wish we did have this more often. This is really fun and chill, even if it does bring up some interesting real-life trauma in my brain, which I get to sort through now. Anyway, once again, thank you all for watching, and as usual, cheers to those that love us, the losers that lost us, and as always, the lucky sons of bitches that get to meet us. And we will catch you all in the next video. See you then.